Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Clip It podcast. How are we all doing today? Today's podcast is going to be a little different, do apologise, a little different over the normal ones we do. I'm going to go over what's been going on over the last few weeks, both private and in the gaming world. So, and then we'll get into the sort of topics I want to talk about. They're a little bit different today, but it's more just, personal, something we can talk about and have a bit of fun with. So, what's happened in today's week? Well, Cyberpunk released a new trailer, which looks very interesting. It goes more into the character development, how you can sort of go into, develop your character and start that. It looks very interesting. We all love Cyberpunk. It's a hyped game and we're very excited for it. By the way, I just want to say thank you very much, Agent Oink, for the 6-month sub. Fuck me. Holy shit. Amazon are rebranding their Twitch Prime to Prime Gaming. They say this is because it's a bit easier to identify with the brand, I guess. They want to try and get more into the gaming world. They're giving away a load of gaming loot, so I think people were kind of getting a bit confused. I always still call it Twitch Prime, and if you want a Prime sub, that's the simplest way of putting it. DrDisrespect finally made his big return with a huge first stream on YouTube. It had like an average of 300k viewers, which was fucking insane. But it's good to see him back and doing what he does best. Random, but Minecraft will never die. I've been playing that recently with my girlfriend, and that's all that has to be said. And lastly, Red Dead Online and GTA Online finally had their big updates. They are a lot of fun. I haven't played GTA Online's update yet, but they've added new vehicles, and I haven't really looked into it too much. Though Red Dead's one being out for a few more weeks has added a new role, being the naturalist, and me and my girlfriend have been playing that a little bit. I'm having a lot of fun. It's more of a chill game mode. It kind of, you still got the shooting aspect to it and, the Wild West adventure fun, but it's also got a hunting aspect to it, and it kind of goes from fast to slow gameplay, and it's more interesting, adds more stuff, and, it's something new that the community not necessarily been asking for, but have wanted. So yeah, that's basically what's happened over the last week or two. Been an interesting week, and so yes, talking about topics today, they are, as mentioned, a bit more private, a bit more random. I wanted to talk about so the first topic I wanted to talk about is the changing trends in gaming. Again, this kind of going from Minecraft, I've been playing that a lot, to then Red Dead. It just makes me think of how games have changed, how we see these effects happen, and what we can do to really make them bit better in the community and overall make the games better. I know we kind of moved into this before, but it would be interesting to, especially with a third host on today, to get their point of view. I also wanted to talk about my future, both on here and in life. It's something I've been looking at, reflecting on a lot, and I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm very excited to see where this goes. It's something that keeps growing, and I'm very happy about what's happening. So, I wanted to see what personally I think is going to happen in the next 10 years. I also wanted to talk to my hosts if they're wanting to talk about their futures, how they're feeling it's going, and maybe what they want to see with this social media or their own, and, if they've got anything big plans-wise coming up. As mentioned, this was very inspired by one of my friend's tweets not too long ago. And it made me start reflecting on, life. I just love looking back and not correcting, but making myself better. It's something I love doing, and it's something I just wanted to see what everybody else spoke about, and it's nice to see your opinions on what you guys say in chat. What's going in chat at the moment? You're just doing the whole thing without us? Nope. Here's wow. Yeah. They seem to be desperate to want to be chatting, so let's introduce the host, shall we? Here we go.
How dare us, how dare you?
Hello, everybody.
Bonjour.
How are we all doing? It's only been 4 fucking minutes, okay?
And you've already flubbed like 3 times in an intro you have.
It's not that bad. Like last week was horrific. Anyway, let's not engage in the past. How are we all doing? Well, in the past, yeah. How are we all doing?
Not even going to introduce us one by one?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
We do that before or after, I've forgotten.
I normally ask how you guys are doing, and then I introduce you.
That's what I thought.
Oh, sorry.
I'm alright.
Okay, sorry.
See,
I'm sorry. I failed the podcast structure.
It's just time to rebrand
yeah,
again.
let's just end that. Right, let's go bye.
The highlight, the streamer made highlight. Oh, fuck, we actually rebranded. The highlight it podcast.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. First try.
Yeah, that was a well done intro. Yeah, and how are we all doing today?
I'm good, thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm alright.
Good to hear. Yeah, it is fucking boiling. It's not hot per se. It's just humid, as you said earlier. It's just really humid.
I think
As
it's
an
both.
explanation to the rest of the world, as a Brit, when the Brits complain about heat, it's not the heat that's the problem, it's the normally 90%-ish humidity mixed with the fact that our houses are designed to keep in heat. So despite the fact it's only 19 degrees Celsius outside, it is quite literally 35.6 degrees Celsius in my room right now. That's
Yeah, it sounds
fine.
like you're talking
I
about
have
the
no
heat.
cool. Help
Yeah,
me.
it is a pain in the ass. But yeah, no, we're here with our wonderful hosts, Agent Oink, aka Alfie,
Hello, sweetie.
Astiverd, aka Jowan.
Whoa, we're calling him a host now?
What?
We're calling him a host now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
What?
fuck?
What?
I was not consulted on this.
Damn, alright, I'm gonna go AFK for 3 months, guys. Come back to host.
Don't care.
And Delicious, aka Phelan.
What's up, guys?
Okay. All the complaining over with?
No.
Okay.
We've
Yeah.
just started,
Just-
quite literally.
Just one more query.
Yeah.
One more man.
Can we demote Phelan? Delicious.
He can be
Topic
co-host.
1.
Yeah. And I co-host
I'll
Delicious.
tell you what, right?
You
I think
co-host
we'd all
Delicious.
agree. We'd all agree. We like the Greeks.
Oh
Okay.
god.
And the Greeks invented democracy in an incredibly prejudiced way. So I think if us as the hosts are like the Senate of this podcast, so if we get a majority vote, which means
okay.
60% or more, then we can agree to action something. Caden hasn't turned up. Ash hasn't turned up in quite a few weeks. All of the 4 hosts here, I would like to propose a vote that Caden gets kicked off. I vote yay. Everyone else?
I'm
No,
not
I
saying
can't do
anything. I can't do that.
Wow.
In that
Well,
case,
that's
I'll have
only
to say yeah.
yeah. It's only 2 votes to nothing. So,
Hooray.
well, okay. In that case, then that's
I like the concept that you just
That's sorted.
abstain from the vote rather than voting no.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I
Well,
won't
that's
be
what they
involved
said.
in this.
You know,
that's the right way of doing it, isn't it?
like I abstained from the movie night thing, but we'll get back to that later. Hey, so what's
Okay.
our topics today?
That's a
So,
good political joke.
yeah, if you didn't listen to the intro, like most people, the topic today is talking about. So, I want to first start to talk about the kind of the genre. Not genre. What did I word it like? Fuck me. Talk
know.
about the changing trends in gaming. There we go. We kind of spoke about this a few weeks back, but I wanted to go more broader, I guess. And it kind of came up because I've been playing a lot of Minecraft and Red Dead recently. And it just, like, I played Minecraft when I was like a kid at like age 12. And it hadn't really changed. The core gameplay hasn't changed since. But
Yeah.
it's still, I would say it's one of those games that will just never die. It's still there. So we get games come out now that literally last like a few months and then they're dead.
I think
I mean,
the pure success of Minecraft comes from its simplicity. The gameplay elements of Minecraft, in terms of a games design perspective, is nothing. They just provide Minecraft is more akin to a game engine than it is a game. Right?
Ash,
There's incredibly basic structures like the enemies and the weapon system and combat. But in general, it's just up to you. You can fight things, or you can build a massive world. You can, create farms. You can do redstone. You can make music. It's very up to the player. So I think it's always going to be one of those games that people play just because there's not really a limit on what you can do.
yeah, I'd also say, 'cause you said about games dying within a few months. I wouldn't say
Fall
we often
Guys.
see those games because, they die in
why
a
have you
few
seen
months. They're
Fall
very
Guys yet?
popular. Yeah. But also, games have always been like that. Like, it's not a new thing. It's
I mean,
not like
have
since
they?
Minecraft came out, games
I mean,
started
have they?
dying.
Right? I'm going to Chris Sawyer deny this. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and Transport Tycoon Deluxe still have massive communities to this day that play on a regular basis. And I mean, that is because Chris Sawyer is unarguably the best games programmer to have graced this earth. But, like, you know, as games came out in fucking 2000 and whatever, they're still going. They didn't die after a few months.
Okay, actually, that's a genuine question.
Explain that one, liberal.
What happened to Chris Sawyer? Because he made some beautiful games.
Hit
but
by
he
a roller coaster, tragically ironic.
I just
What happened to him? He's retired.
okay, yeah.
TF2's still pretty popular.
He didn't just like die.
Obviously.
You know, he just stopped making games. Really, like lead programmer on Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, Roller Coaster Tycoon the original, I should point out,
Roller
and
Coaster
executive
Tycoon
producer
classic.
on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, along with CEO of Frontier David Braben. He worked on OpenTTD and a couple other games. And then, as far as I'm aware, basically he sort of did Roller Coaster Tycoon 3D, which was that pretty terrible game made by Atari. He worked on.
You mean Roller
Then-
Coaster Tycoon Classic?
No,
Sorry, just
no.
confirming.
Roller Coaster
Okay.
Tycoon 3D. I'm literally reading off the wiki.
Okay, cool.
For the Nintendo 3DS, which is apparently
Oh, I
a
didn't know
thing,
that
and
was a
yeah,
game.
I think it was really, really bad.
I'm not seeing under.
And then
yeah.
yeah, it's just wiki just says he was credited to have worked on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3D, which is very vague. Then he announced the Transport Tycoon game for iOS and Android. And then there was the Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic released for mobile. That both of which are really good. The Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic for mobile is amazing because it's literally just the whole of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but on a phone. It's great. It's
That's
really
pretty
awesome.
cool.
I played that a shit ton in college.
I bet. No, that's cool. Yeah, no, it's. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 so much as a kid. Okay, so this is a weird random off story, but my mum was looking for it for a long time for PC on disc. This was a while back, and I don't know why, but she ended up going to this game shop, and he said that it's one of the rarest discs you can find around, like disc games, and she found one, and I felt amazing. I doubt that. I doubt that's true in any way, shape, or form. That's one of the rarest disc form games, but it was a beautiful game, and I miss it so much. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is, in my opinion, genuinely one of the greatest roller coaster games out there. Obviously, it can't beat Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
I think Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is the best of the two isometric games, just because it was the same as the first one, but improved and bug fixed and such. Well, it still has a whole host of bugs, but game's made in fucking assembly. Fuck off. And then, I feel like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is my favourite game in the Roller Coaster Tycoon series. Because while I absolutely love Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and I love the Open RCT2 community and that, I do feel like 3 captured me as a child the most, just because it was cool as shit to see that franchise go 3D. And I feel like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 didn't really hamper the franchise in any way. And then Roller Coaster Tycoon World or whatever the fuck it's called came out for fucking Atari and fucking mobile games and fucking adventures or whatever the fuck, and there's all this shit that Atari's just spewing diarrhea across the franchise.
Yeah.
You know, we still got Planet Coaster, which is pretty epic.
Yeah, that was like, I wish I played it more, honestly. I do plan on streaming it at some point. That's a great game. I felt like more people need to play that, and you can get it on sale quite cheap these days, actually. So, you know.
No, I definitely recommend picking up. To be fair, I say that if the game's managed to stand the test of time as well, it probably goes without a recommendation for picking up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if anybody wants it, I highly recommend getting it now, really. It's...
Yeah. I mean, a big problem I have with Planet Coaster is how good Planet Coaster is. Which sounds like an ironic thing, right? But I have the problem of I try and build something and I have so much fine control over it. I just end up getting really depressed that I can't quite get it to look how I want or can't quite express myself creatively. And that kind of sucks. Whereas in like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you're way limited. And I don't like. Obviously, you can argue that's a bad thing because I definitely agree that the creative potential of something like Planet Coaster, not that that was necessarily possible at the time Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 came out, is amazing. Like it's a fucking amazing game what you can do. But it's also like there's just something nicer about being in a more restricted classic environment at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And like, that's my problem with Roller Coaster Tycoon. No, Planet Coaster is the fact that I spend way too much time just trying to get the right leaf under the tree to make it look like it's like, you know, it's autumn and the leaves have fallen under that tree. Like I spent way too much time on that game making the park look just the right way, and actually not doing anything with the rides. That's my issue. But I love doing that. I love making worlds in these games. It's something I feel like not enough people do. But then again, if you want it just for just you know, to experience roller coasters, it's also a great game for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As they've done really well for what they were.
Frontier are a decent company, honestly. I don't think they have really. Okay, they made decent games.
Frontier fan.
They've made decent games.
No, yeah, I do like Frontier developments. Like I say that in a joking way. They, in comparison to a lot of other companies, they are decent, and they're a smaller company, not owned by a massive conglomerate. I mean, they're still a very profitable company, but they're not owned by a massive conglomerate. My only problem with Frontier, if you're listening, David Braben, is please remove microtransactions from Elite Dangerous and return it to the single purchase online store, and I will continue playing your game. Keep microtransactions in Elite Dangerous, and I won't continue playing your game. And I know that will make zero difference because your revenue jumped by like 20 million. But, you know, well done. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's worth a try, isn't it?
It's one of those games I really need to put more time into actually to enjoy. It is a great game, but it's like
one podcast really moved my heart. I will be removing transactions from my game.
One day.
I hope so.
For sure.
Look. I grew up with fucking Frontier games all around me, right?
Right.
Like genuinely, like fucking Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo. You telling me you didn't play the shit out of Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo?
I never
Yes,
played
I
it.
never played it.
Never heard of that game ever.
You played Dog's Life for PlayStation 2?
Never played
What are
it.
you on
I didn't
about,
play
bro?
it, but I've seen gameplay.
But
Yeah.
no, in all seriousness,
There's a Frontier games.
yeah, like Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were Rabbit. They're all published, made by Frontier, but published by other people. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's great. But yeah, no, I actually really like Frontier in general. They're generally all right. My biggest gripe with Frontier is what they've done with Elite Dangerous in terms of revenue model.
Yeah.
They transferred from what was a pay for the base game and then pay for each season of updates. Paying so base game, like I paid like £15 for the base game, and then like £20 for Horizon, which
That's the one thing that kind of annoys me.
£35, but for a space game, where I can land on planets and shit, I was happy to pay that. And now, knowing the other options, I would more than happily pay £20 again for the next expansion. So again, if you're listening, David Braben, and whatever the next season of Elite Dangerous is going to be, well, we know, but could you just charge a fixed price for it? Because I will pay it.
That's
But what sucks is fucking microtransactions littered everywhere. I don't want to fucking earn Arc in the fucking game, fucking spend your shitty in-game currency.
We can agree on this though. At least you don't have to spend 20 grand on one ship.
Oh yeah, I mean that's because I think fucking Star Citizen is the biggest
Yeah,
fucking cash grab smart decision any company's ever made on fucking Earth. They're farming the ever-living shit out of fucking sad 4chan Gamer Whale, which is great.
Wow.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're
Look,
true.
companies made fucking like a quarter of a billion at this point. Like,
Oh yeah.
they're fucking making bank.
They are making like the game's getting really good in my opinion now.
And then they're also making game. So
But,
I mean, yeah,
at least it's not completely.
the game's getting really good. I mean, I would still say
It's
the game
taken a
is
lot of
worse
time.
than Elite Dangerous, which was made for like 0.0 whatever % of it by a smaller team in shorter time. Which, when people call out fucking Yandere Dev, right, and there's the whole Yandere Dev memes, I just point to fucking Star Citizen. I'm like, look at this company. They've got £500 million and they can't even fucking fix half. Well, okay, they can't. They're getting to it, but for a very long time, they couldn't get a fucking product out.
There are
Yeah,
some.
but now there is something out. It's of like
It's
pretty
okay.
good quality.
By the way, I just wanted to say, hey Corporal.
Hey, Corporal.
Don't worry, by the way, it's
Hey, Corporal.
been a bit, hit and miss with the streams. I'm trying to get better. And
Wow.
also, I wanted to bring this up because I know we have the Elite Dangerous side on our left and the Star Citizen side on our right, and it's just great. Just listen to these two
Do we?
talking about their points. So,
Phelan's a little more
My point's better.
supportive of Star Citizen than me, but
I mean, yeah.
I don't play both.
That's
either,
about
I
as
mean.
limiting as it goes. Yeah, I've not played either in months at this point. If I was to go back and play one, it probably would be Star Citizen, just because it's I'm less familiar with it.
I also want to point out that this podcast will, one, be recorded properly and uploaded on the right date, not like
Smart.
last week's.
Oh.
So,
yeah, I mean, I would definitely say in terms of Elite Dangerous, I think there's a lot of problems with Elite Dangerous.
Oh, there are.
Like a lot.
I feel like
I
the
think
best.
even with the new system, the onboarding experience is terrible. I think some of the game systems are unclear and complicated. I think the game relies way too much on random RNG rather than the developers bothering to implement proper actual systems into the game. But I still, in my personal opinion, am happy to say I paid for a game that was crowd-funded partly in original development cost.
He paid for a game.
More than paying fucking a company that has received more than enough to develop the game of the scope that they're setting,
Yeah.
but just not doing it through whatever is either massive mismanagement and lack of effort. I don't know because I'm not fucking inside the company, but clearly something's going wrong if they can't get a game out with that amount of money.
That's one thing I really like about the one thing I really love about Elite Dangerous, which I love to bits, is the sound design. It is phenomenal, that game. So, like, oh, you got a job, nice. You're working at Wendy's, nice.
I mean, I will always say the
Very well
best
done.
way to experience Elite Dangerous is to get a VR headset, get a HOTAS, turn off all
HOTAS
other
for
audio,
sure.
and just fly.
Have
Fly
you?
a ship, the
You
sound
think?
design,
You think?
flying through combat zones with all the ships whizzing around is fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, I love one of the things I love is the sound design on landing on a planet. That the it's so well done because it's such a loud rumble as you're coming into the planet. Then basically you're gliding in and it just goes quiet, and then you've got engines. It's just beautifully done. It's so well done. I'm not playing Star Citizen. I can't diss though sound design. I don't know what it's like. Haven't seen any footage. Don't really intend to.
Decent as well.
But I feel like we're all forgetting the god of all games. No Man's Sky was so underrated.
Okay, No Man's
oof.
Sky came out and it was awful. Then it got a decent bit better, and then from what I heard of it being played recently, it's got considerably better, but still an awful game. in my
Okay, look,
opinion.
I feel like everybody's too mean to Sean McFlurry. He had
Okay,
a good
I will say
image,
this.
okay?
God.
I will
believe I
say
laughed at
this on the complex issue of No Man's Sky, the heated gamer moment that is No Man's Sky.
Right.
I think the original idea for the game is incredibly exciting. I think the fact that Hello Games, a small development company, choosing to take on such a concept alone and just bothering to even consider developing it was pretty respectable. Like I have a lot of respect for that.
I would say
Like,
that game put them on the map for
I
games.
think it was
even though it was
it's a
shit.
challenge that deserves respect, and in
We've
general, I think
made
they did a good
two
job.
other games,
I
and
think
one of
that-
them was mobile.
Yeah.
I think that Sony fucked them over and put them under too much pressure and went too public with the game, and it caused a lot of problems. And I imagine there was a lot of stress that development team went through internally. And I think if they just had funding and not had such a public image about the game and been given a couple extra years, I think they probably could have created one of the best space games out there.
Definitely.
But obviously things don't go like that in the real world. And also, I feel very sorry for your corporal to grind out a fleet carrier. I'm just holding it off. Like, I know I want to, but I'm just staring at my HOTAS every day like I can't sit down because it will take... I just need to sit down and grind, and I don't want to have to just sit down and grind, but I know I'm going to do it at some point.
It's one of those things where, obviously, this is depending on who I'm playing with, but I would much prefer to play
okay.
Elite Dangerous and grind it out if I'm with someone.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
Elite Dangerous is definitely best experience in with friends. I don't necessarily think you have to be in a Discord call. Just having people on your friends list and other commanders to message and chat, and
I'd
the
much
in-game
prefer
voice is really
cool.
atmospheric if you're in VR. It's got a really nice
Stop
effect on it.
pointing
and
that
such.
out. Us poor kids can't buy VR. Looking at you three.
You probably.
I can't. You had to refund it twice?
Oh, right.
Oh, no mind, Sky. No mind. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times. I use refunding on Steam as a demo. Like, some games don't have demos, so I buy it, play it for 30 minutes, then...
Hooray! Very slightly complying with more complex EU laws. Thank you, Valve.
But, like...
That was not worth to put that on. That was not worth to put that on. It's so sweaty now. Oh.
But, you know, that was
I've really
kinda-
been avoiding VR in the heat. It's like, I just don't
I
wanna...
really want to play VR. It's so
You
desperate.
Come
Trust
round,
me, you
Charles.
don't.
It's all yours.
Like, your face will be ruined. Like, the headset's going to be drenched and
More
it
so
will
than normal.
really fuck your face.
I'd love to play VR.
Play Yandere Simulator in VR.
Really?
Ooh.
Can you?
If you use that fucking plugin that
Natively?
just converts
right.
it directly.
Oh,
I'm
to
never
audio
playing
application
VR
to
horror.
video.
Okay,
Though,
okay,
if I do
okay.
get a VR headset, that will be one of my majority. Like, I'll definitely set 2 days out of stream. 2 days to stream VR games. That's something I really want to get into.
Two whole days to stream.
Yeah, Yandere Simulator VR.
But like, I'm thinking of like, obviously the problem with me is I always go over the top, as you can tell. So if I was to ever get VR and stream it, I would have a new like whole camera setup, like make sure it looks really nice, and
You can do your fucking mixed reality.
like I would love
Get the full
to.
green screen.
I would love to. So it's one of those things where if I get VR, I would spend the amount of time. I'm tempted to get green screen, and this is the thing that I find really fun, and I'll talk to you guys more in detail about it. No, it's okay. I won't go too much in. It's about someone else. Weekend Geek. I won't go into detail what he's doing, but he was saying yesterday that he's getting out of the green screen game. I asked him why,
Ooh.
and he responded saying what he was going to do with his future. I'm not going to say it because obviously he might not know. But I was like, that's
I
not related
honestly-
in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know, but knowing his sort of character and such, I can imagine he'd probably make a pretty good set that would suit his stream
Oh
quite
yeah,
well.
definitely. But then
He's an
his
outstanding streamer, so...
he's an outstanding streamer, and the green screen really works well for him. Like when he does sound recording, he has a sound recording like setup
Sound
studio with his green screen, which looks really interesting. When he does his animations, he's got a beautiful overlay for that. When he does his D&D, he's got a lovely overlay for that. What was setting him back in something that he didn't really like was his webcam. Luckily, he's got a new one. He's got the same as Jaron here, the C920. So that should definitely up his quality, but it really depends on what he wants to do, obviously. Green screen is something I really want to get into, though I do love having a sort of background. It really, I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'll stick, but definitely if I was to ever get into VR, which I do plan on at some point, I would spend way too much time just trying to plan out how to make it look good. So, you have the new wireless headset VR. The new wireless? They've made a new wireless headset?
Well, there's a good few ways of doing wireless. Well, I say good. I
Yeah.
say good. There is multiple ways of doing wireless.
I know there's multiple ways of doing wireless, some better than others, but you know that's something I'd love to do. Thanks for the dab clip. That's the one thing I love about Twitch is the names they come up with the Twitch clips.
Right.
Tall
Me and
doubt,
Phelan played Tail Escape VR.
tall
That's the worst horror
doubtful
game.
meerkat stinky cheese.
There wasn't any horror really in there.
No, that's I will never play it.
Yes, it was.
I
was
can't
scared.
do
Picture that we kept spamming.
I
was
can't do
just funny.
horror at all, let alone go into a dark room by myself. So I'm never going to do horror VR. Also, did you want me to... Is that clip for the VOD review?
Yeah.
Shall we do that now? Would you like me
No,
to
it's
do
up
it?
to you. It's your podcast.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
probably.
headset's
Ooh.
pretty cool with like some future ones coming with the
Will
space
this
for
work?
modules. I think Pimax are
Yes.
the ones I,
mean,
can
yeah.
primarily remember doing it. So you could do, in theory, depending on how it's done, like hand recognition or wireless modules, which I think
I
would
mean,
be
like-
cool. I don't know how well it will work and if it will last.
Yeah.
My index, not to brag,
Oh, really?
has like the USB port on the front of it that you can use to put like custom made modules on it, which I respect Valve for doing because it was like a sort of thing they left in from development just for
Right.
the sake of communities doing it. And there's actually quite a few good modules that people have managed to add
Oh,
on.
but I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, so it's under the faceplate. The biggest, most common one that I've seen is the index can get really hot. If you're running at 144 hertz, the headset kicks out a lot of heat. and obviously for quite understandable reasons. So one thing a lot of people do is they cut into the front of the headset.
Okay.
And then have them plugged in via USB, and that's like it just keeps the headset considerably cooler. And to be fair, like that's a pretty decent upgrade. I probably would do if I felt it was necessary.
Right.
But I don't run at the full hertz rate just because it does get too hot. I run at 120.
I'm going to do this VOD review quickly, just for you.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So here we go. VOD review time.
Can't wait for the new VR headset.
So
I
what
it
want
feels
for a
good.
Climax 8K,
Yeah, it was
but-
awesome.
Okay.
This is a dope VOD review.
So-
here we go.
The problem with this is at the moment the camera is a bit over. It's like the dynamic range isn't there. Yeah, I'm not happy with the dynamic range of this streamer's camera at the moment. You can see that the background or the window is a bit too bright. It's not capturing enough detail, which tells you that the dynamic range isn't there.
What?
He has got it just
You
right.
think you're a media degree.
What?
You want the window to be blown out.
No, but I
You don't
would-
want to see out the window.
necessarily.
Yeah, but ideally, I would like a camera with a high dynamic range. And personally, if I was this streamer, I would try and invest into a camera with either a nice high dynamic range,
yeah,
or I
you
would be the. I wouldn't be so
Even-
lazy
I mean,
like him
even-
and close the mirror,
you
close
want
the
the
thing.
window to be blown out is dependent on the logic that your camera doesn't have a high enough range to support you being exposed correctly and the window.
Yeah, but also
yeah,
the
ideally
reason I
you
don't
want
like
both.
it, and personally I don't like it, is because it gives a slight halo effect over the hair. I don't know if he goes over the window. Yeah, you can see a slight halo effect, which looks absolutely ugly. So those streamers should really invest into a new camera at some point in the near future. The focus is really good, though. I'm guessing he's got a Sony, so that's why the autofocus on Sonys are some of the renowned, some of the best autofocus in the world. We can tell that he hasn't got like any
Yeah, I like the way
issues with
Sony do
yes.
autofocus. So the way it works is rather than like standard, just like a depth sensor or trying to use a computer to analyze it from the actual image itself. What they do is they send off the footage to Sony, and then someone at Sony's headquarters
Yeah.
adjusts the focus for you.
Yeah, so that's something that's really well. The actual overlay is beautiful. It's all nice and lined up. There's no odd gaps. It's all even. The name could do with a bit better. I don't know what the fuck he came up with. Clip it. That's just shit. What
I thought you could fix the
else?
spelling mistake.
I can't see any spelling mistakes. Where's the spelling
That's the
mistake?
problem.
I can't see a mistake.
The what?
I can't even say it. Jesus.
I don't even know.
I can't
Melling's mistake.
I can't see a spelling mistake.
Oh, very good.
Nobody want apostrophe S him?
Fuck off.
There it is.
It's
So
okay,
yeah,
I love
apart
you.
from that, the camera is really overexposed. Personally, I would go for a nice high dynamic range, but again, those cameras cost in the thousands. So, Jaron, you can't say you're not right. I'm not right,
You
so.
can't say that you're not right, but
Are you?
Yeah, but I'm not right.
Fuck me. But yeah, no, that's really good. Anyway, let's get back onto our scheduled podcast.
you say that. I feel like the schedule was slightly off straight away, but there we go.
Fuck off. I should really correct that
with how long
spelling.
you spent fucking laying it out at the start? We
It
haven't
was
followed it
4
very well.
minutes. I've done
Yeah,
it.
it's like doing the whole thing by yourself at the start.
I've done
Ain't
a 10
even giving us much room to talk.
I've done a 10-minute intro before with my mic off. Okay, so shut up.
Yeah, so we should consider ourselves lucky.
Ugh. I know. I love trash talking myself. I love talking about myself too much. Anyway, what were we talking beforehand? That was it. No Man's Sky.
Yes. Which
Wait, no.
I think they've done.
Yes, Sharon.
We were pretty much
They've
at the end of
done
that
really well.
topic, I must say, but I think they've done.
Yeah, it done well, and it was as Alfie said, it was a small team, very. To be fair, let's just point this out as well, because it was kind of a secret project for a long time. It was a very small team working on that game. It was like 4 people.
Yeah,
like at max.
like I don't like No Man's Sky, right?
Who
Like,
does?
I don't like the game as it is now. I don't like the game when it came out. I definitely respect that it's grown a lot since it came out, and I can get why people do like it now. It's just still not my kind of thing. But that's nothing against Hello Games. Like, I still think they achieved a really fucking cool feat in terms of the software development side of things. It's a really cool game. It's just not my jam.
Yeah, that's true. Fair. So yeah, that was one sort of like No Man's Sky. I said I feel could, if it went really well, could have been a sort of, weird to say this, but sort of like a new Minecraft, as in it was more of a game engine that people could do what they want with. You know, and just expand to it.
Yeah.
You never know. If it went the way they wanted to and they weren't pressured into it, money wasn't an issue, and like money wasn't an issue, but like if they weren't paid by Sony, I feel like it could have been a lot better because it was their image, not someone's trying to rush them. But that happens a lot these days. It's just unfortunate. So, you know, it's something we just have to deal with as a community, and we just have to try and think about it. You've only just read that. That's why I don't mind people delaying games, because it's just someone trying to make sure it's good. You know, if it's a game, for God's sake, let them take as long as they need. As long as it's not in development hell.
There's definitely a certain breed of gamers that don't quite conceptualize that real human peoples make the gamey game that they play on their cool console device. And I think they kind of need to realize that something like Cyberpunk, that is that certainly had some controversies about how the developers are being treated. Maybe that game should be delayed. Maybe, in fact, they should be given like a couple-month holiday, considering they've been forced to work overtime for like 6 months straight. You know, maybe we should just delay it like a year.
Aren't they a Swedish company? Isn't that just the Swedish way?
I just don't think that release dates for games should be specified to a day, not even a month. Just like say coming in 2020 or whatever. Just release it when it's ready. Don't specify a day or anything.
That makes it more exciting as well.
Yeah, I definitely think that would hurt marketing a bit, but I'm sure there's an in-between.
Nah, why would it affect marketing in any way, shape or form?
A standardized scale that they have to be up to point 10 is actual release, point 9 is literally ready to release. Yeah, admittedly, that's going to push some games back a few months from when they're finished. But at the end of the day, it's going to push all games back. So
if it's like ready, then you give a release date. If it's like quite a bit in development, you don't say like a release date a month or a year from now. Just say like how some games will just say holiday 2020 or whatever, so you know it's coming in like the later end of the year.
Yeah. I just wanted to point this out, by the way. This kind of goes into a topic I'll be going into a little bit later, about myself and my stream and all that. So this is more for Alfie. You know how I was looking at that GoXLR on that website? I've fully given up on that website now, because when I last checked it, it went down to £279 from £300, and that was 4 days away from shipping. It's currently now at 7 weeks at shipping, but the same price. So
that is rather a shame.
They don't know when it's coming in stock, so I doubt they even
I just can't get
give two shits. No, it's one of those things where like you can never find what you want because they just don't make enough of them. I had that issue with the Switch a few months ago, but now they're like fucking. You can find anyone on the corner that sells one. So I found so many on sale for for a decent price, like a price I'm willing to pay for a Switch second hand at least.
I remember COVID really spiced up pretty much every industry.
Yeah. Which was fun. So, you want to go back to the train model convention so I can buy some $600 model trains? Boy. Oh, who did I knew someone who had model trains. I want to say it was...
I have wooden train tracks, so, you know, I think I'm the real winner here.
That was the greatest thing as a kid, honestly.
Absolutely was.
I knew a guy whose father had the attic was a massive model train set.
Oh, I love those. Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
I love model train sets. I wish I had I had a small one as a kid, but I love those. And RC cars. I used to have a Nitro RC car, which was great fun. It broke shortly after taking it to the beach, but it was great fun. So Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to talk about gaming anymore, or
Okay,
if you want to
I've
go
got
to the
one
next
thing.
topic.
Since the order's all muddled anyway, I have got one gaming thing. One
Yeah.
week until the release of the new flight simulator.
Oh, it is, yeah. I forgot it's a Tuesday.
I'm following
I forgot
certain.
it's a Tuesday, the day that the podcast has been scheduled for
No,
months.
no. I didn't forget today was a Tuesday. I forgot the release of the game was on a Tuesday.
Okay, right.
Meaning,
It's a weird way of doing it, I
Yeah.
guess.
which is going to be interesting. I've seen a lot of videos on it.
I'll be honest, I've seen a surprising amount of. Well, I've not clicked on every video. I've seen that there are a surprising amount of videos for it.
I've just seen the odd
It's quite
ones. I've just seen the odd ones that like I haven't seen any spoiler ones where it's like certain places like Chernobyl or Paris. I've only really seen London is the only city that I've seen in detail.
London is your city.
Yeah. And fuck's sake. And
Compton
it does look really good, the models, and I've seen a graphics comparison, which is really good, to be honest. It more or less, like, from what I see, from medium to high, there's not much of a difference. High to ultra is more of a lighting issue, lighting difference. Easy to medium is definitely the biggest difference when it comes to actual models on the ground. But it's more like when it goes from medium to ultra, it's more lighting, textures with cockpits, some building details. But it's very well done, and I assume it's going to run on a majority of the PCs, to be completely honest.
Yeah, the specs are really low for it.
Which I can understand, being, it's cloud streamed,
a decent
world.
part of Microsoft's brand is Microsoft has a big enough name that, like, you ask older people, like, who's Microsoft? Like, they just recognize the name, right? Like, oh, it's Microsoft. They're the cool kids because they were like bigger. I don't want to say Microsoft's shit now, but Microsoft is kind of shit now, despite making Windows. But like, they were obviously big in the early days of tech. So I feel like when a product has Microsoft in its name, there is a certain expectation from a decent amount of the audience that the game is just going to work on like any system. So I feel like it kind of has to work, even on like a shitty like £50 Dell Optiplex. It just kind of has to work.
This is one,
not necessarily that high frame rate, but
this is one thing I did see, and I think a lot of people have completely forgotten about, is it's a little bit simplified, and the graphics have to be slightly dulled down because it's coming out on Xbox One, and I think a lot of people have completely forgotten about that. So, like, some of the gameplay I've seen, especially when it comes to the tutorials, they are very simplified and go over certain things a little too much. I hope the settings allow you to, go to full simulation. I don't doubt they say that.
Aerodynamics of how aircraft work, because we're going to be there a while, because they kind of don't work.
It's like, I hope they do. I no doubt they will, because it's a flight simulator. But I hope they have I
really hope that all the
simulator
tutorials have like the Wikipedia extract for like every part of a plane.
That would be good.
That's
like, today we'll be teaching you how to fly a basic plane. A wing is a type of fin that produces lift while moving through the air or some other fluid.
I hope that. I hope that's in the game. Talking about stupid things that were in the game, I was playing Squad earlier, and they fucking... I don't know why, but the Wilhelm scream's in that game, and it pisses me off.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what did you say?
In this game Squad, they've added the Wilhelm scream, which pisses me off.
Why?
I don't know! I killed a random guy, he had the Wilhelm scream. It is, but it's just
in
shit.
films?
In a lot of media. Admittedly, not in books. It's quite hard to do in books.
I've never
fell off the cliff, in brackets, the Wilhelm scream.
I've never played a game that has a Wilhelm scream.
I'm trying to think of games that do.
For little wing or fin. I hope that's just where it ends in the tutorial.
Kind of making 100 cart plus train. Fuck me. That sounds insane though, but Jesus. But no, not what I was going. Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm just excited for multiplayer flying around just with you guys.
I was until I played a semi-realistic, like a game that's not simulator level, but it's designed to be realistic with a certain somebody yesterday who decided to break some very expensive equipment.
Alfie, you need to get it. Just because it's free, and I feel like it'd be a bunch of fun to play.
I'll check if it's still free.
No, because it's till supplies last. I assume it still is.
I thought it was till a day.
I thought you were on about The flight related one.
No. It was
No?
so. Let's just cut the story short. We were playing F1 2018. Oh, please tell me it's still free. It might not be. Because it's a free game, or it was a free game, and it's a lot of fun. Fuck me, it's 44 quid on it still.
It's not even on the Humble Bundle.
No, it's not. That's probably because they've run out of keys then.
It's okay though. I can get 2014 for $19.99 and 2015 for $9.99.
Oh, we have 2015.
Trust me. Just get 2019 because it's £11 on Steam at the moment.
It's £11 on Steam. It's $44.99.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I bought this is the thing that annoyed me. I bought 2019 because it was £11, and I'm getting a lot. Sorry, pardon me. I'm getting really into F1 recently. I've been watching a lot of it, and recently watching, no spoilers, but recently watching the British final. Just got me into F1.
Formula E is superior to Formula 1, and I'm just saying that right now.
It is a lot more fun to watch, though. I hate the sound of a passion. It sounds like a hairdryer going off for 15 hours. But we were playing that. This fella didn't know how to drive. He kept stopping and brake testing me. I kept breaking my front wing.
So his idea of brake testing is slowing down for a corner. I think our driving styles can be summarised as, yes, Charlie was probably faster on a completely open track, either wheel, but we'll gloss over that.
Oh, you can get 2020.
He was faster on the open track and a lot more confident, whereas I was a bit more reserved and took my opportunities as I saw them. Unfortunately, his confidence often led to him going up the back of a car in front of him because it had to slow down for a corner.
Okay, so that was on a few laps. I know Silverton...
You say a few laps. We did, 5 races? And on one of them, we didn't collide. I say we didn't collide. You didn't collide into me.
I know I know that map like the back of my hand, so I know when to brake. I don't know...
You clearly don't know.
I mean, I don't mean to be an asshole.
Okay, we'll do another race tonight.
It's pretty easy to infer.
By the way, I think if we were to get this, we should get it 2019 because 2018 is currently 30 quid on Steam.
I mean, there's a good deal here for the entire franchise, every single game. It's only £132.44.
Does that include 2020 though?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't. No.
No.
2019 is literally the same as 2018. So.
This isn't the F1 game franchise bundle, Steam. I'm going to complain.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience, and it doesn't fill me... It happens a lot, shall I say, whenever we play games. It doesn't fill me with hope for a flight simulator.
I don't... The thing is, right, this is gonna sound like an odd thing to say, but I think you would actually agree.
Right.
It is easier to fuck up driving a car or train or something like that, right? By being moderately understanding in the concepts but not very experienced than it is a plane. Because as long as you understand the basics of a plane and don't do something stupid, you can probably get it on the ground again.
But when we have to get to a location together and we have Charlie flying around us, he'll get bored and start doing barrel rolls before either crashing into the terrain or into us, and we'll have to start again.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
Minimum.
When we were playing F1, I knew you would be shit for the first few games, so I was just slowing down and having a bit of fun.
Admittedly, yes. To be fair to him, when he beat the qualifying, like he got first.
I got
at
first
the start of a race,
the time.
He would wait for me. Just so he could come back and mess me up. But he waited.
Okay, actually, no. So this was later on. We started playing, I can't remember the other one, but we played Monaco, which for those who know F1 is a notoriously tight, very hard track in general because it's very hard to overtake. It's a very small when it comes to whip track. And I can't remember if I did it on those, but there was a track like that where I was watching TikToks while I waited for this fella to set up, and I didn't realise it literally sets
we were on the grid on the tarmac looking up at the lights, and he decided then was the time to watch TikTok.
No. I had got ready. I got my car because there's a bit of process where you set up your car for the last final
And
bit.
there's a button that says go to track,
Yeah,
which you must have pressed.
I press go to track, and you don't do it straight after me, so I'm waiting there just watching TikTok. I don't even hear the sounds. Yeah, I don't hear the sounds of the because there's no sounds to the lights.
God.
And then all I hear is just all these cars just start revving off, and I'm just like, oh shit. So then I came up
Can
last
you
of
imagine watching actual Formula One?
Bro, this is what I
Where Vettel
said.
just decides to doesn't notice that the fucking race has started and it just gets rear-ended. Like,
Luckily, it makes you a ghost. Though the last race we ever did, the last race we ever did. No, wait.
Was that Monaco or was that
no.
one
This was the before Monaco. We did the last race we did on the map before Monaco.
Australia?
We got no. It was I can't remember what it's called. It's the one with the hated corner.
Oh, the
just
city.
the whole of Australia.
The city one with the.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Hey,
The city with the narrow street for some reason.
The last
I'm
race
just
we did on
asking. I'm just asking, Charles. Did you watch TikTok at Astybird, 1,331 followers and rising?
No.
Really?
What?
Gosh. I think
Did
you
you
should have
not?
checked out
Narrow
at
street
Astybird,
Formula
1,031
One.
followers. And
But
Baku is the one, apparently. Were you in Baku, Azerbaijan?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
It
potentially.
was useful.
It was because I remember the name as I can't say it.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't say it.
But like the last map we did on that, I somehow got retired on the first corner, and Phelan didn't realise until we got to the end. At which point I said, "Yeah, I'm retired."
At that point, I threw into I could complete a race without
we don't
him.
use gamer words like that around here, Charles.
But yeah, I'm not going to do another 4 laps without Charles.
So, and then your teammate kept winning for some reason.
I don't think I technically lost a single race to you. I'm trying to think.
Okay, your team didn't lose a single race. to me.
No, I don't think just me versus you. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I might
the
have
first
lost
one.
The what ones?
The first two, like the ones where we were just playing together.
The first one on Silverstone, I won.
Yeah, because I
I'm
like
fairly
you.
certain. Well, then it wasn't the first two already, but
I am clearly a better racer.
a faster driver, perhaps. A better racer.
I got the highest qualifying time on all the tracks.
Okay, yeah.
And then
but that
proceeded
doesn't
to crash
necessarily
into the
mean
back of
anything.
every car when we went onto the track.
Yeah, because they weren't going faster than me.
So you overtake them.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't though when it's on fucking Monaco because there's nowhere to overtake.
There literally is. Oh my God.
Nothing
Like I say,
makes
we'll
me
do
more...
a game on Silverstone because you apparently know the braking zones for that map, and we'll see how many cars you crash into.
I really
there.
want to play with more people, but unfortunately it's not
absolutely.
available anymore. So I'd be more than happy to buy 2019 for people because it's only 11 quid. So
I mean, I'd play it if other people had.
I got it, so I'd love 20. I've got 2015, 2018, and 2019 currently installed. The only reason I've got 2015 installed is because I wanted to try the F1 game out and see if I actually want to spend the money for 2019. So then I played it, liked it, bought 2019. What do I see the next day? Oh, 2018 is free. So you got 2018 and 2019 for free. Oh, nice. 2019 wasn't free on Humble Bundle, as far as I'm aware. It could have been, but it's the fact that might have been like in the past, but it definitely wasn't when I checked.
Well, yeah, they don't often do 2 games at once.
For free. So.
I'm just like looking at quick pictures now. F1 2018 versus 2019. There's a fair amount of difference even between those two.
I
like more than I expected.
Feeling it doesn't feel that much different. There's a different.
Well, you'd hope that the handling they'd nailed after how many games?
2011, I think, was the first one.
2011, 2010, 2009. I was about to call it 29. Yeah, 2009 was the first one.
Fair.
It was on the Wii.
But
I'm on PlayStation Portable. That's how you know it was a.
I'd definitely love to play that with you. It'd be a bunch of fun. And like I'm trying to get more into the multiplayer, like just general racing. I loved Gran Turismo when I used to play that, and put too many hours into that. So it's a lot of people don't realise that there's a lot of tactical aspects to F1 driving. It's not just trying to get a fastest lap, it's trying to save your aerodynamics.
Destroy all the other cars.
Yeah, try and save your ERS, use your DRS as much as you can, or...
In comparison to not all, but a significant amount of other vehicular racing, F1 is more of a strategy chicken game than it is just do the cornering the best.
Yeah, you need a lot of confidence and competence, especially when you're driving in a pack with other cars.
I don't know if
to know when they're going to slow down, and exactly when and where they're going to turn.
I know how to pass someone. It's easy. Just try.
Push them off the course.
That's not the complicated concept.
No. What you do is you try and pressure them to make a mistake on a corner. You may need to give them a friendly
If that doesn't
bump.
work, push them off said corner.
But I would say a good example of this. This is just me, but I would say a good example of this is like I don't know what other racing, but like other racing compared to F1 would be easily comparable to something like when you play pool compared to snooker. Pool is, obviously it's got tactical. Like pool. You obviously there are certain like tactics to it that will give you an advantage, but the main aim of that game is to just get your balls into the holes. Well, snooker is more of think 5 steps ahead, and then how you're trying to then
I don't play pool, but I think people who do play pool might disagree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely say, in my opinion, snooker is a slightly more strategic game.
I would definitely not describe
pool as the to get your balls into the fucking hole.
Yeah.
You can still snooker someone in pool, like.
Yeah, I know. Fuck off. Anyway.
If you're Charlie, you can do it in F1.
Fuck off.
If you're Charlie, you can pull someone in snooker.
Oh shit.
Yes. So yeah, I'll definitely. If
do you know
wants
that little normally blue chalk you get on a snooker table?
Yeah.
That's for drawing the numbers on the red and yellow balls.
Oh.
That's how you play snooker. Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody wants to play with F1 2019, just give me a shout.
If I could afford it.
I'll buy it VR.
No, don't.
Early birthday present. Late birthday present.
Well, it could still be early.
I mean, go with late, because then you still owe me one next time.
Oh, good idea.
Now that Charlie's got the streaming money come in, he
yeah.
Yeah, or if I can subscribe to you again.
Yeah, obviously.
Even though it's completely automatic.
That's fair. Yeah, it's £11. I'm tempted to get the DLC as well, but it literally adds shit also. Nah.
What's that for F1?
I'd be pretty adverse to buying DLC for any insert sport, insert year game, because it's like, what's the point? Like,
it would just be like it would basically just be buying a color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally pointless.
So.
I was thinking, like, while we were having this discussion, like, these F1 games have been around since 2011, but I've not really played many of them, right? 2009, wow. I've not really seen them around. Like, in comparison to like FIFA, which is obviously a big thing. Madden, not so much in this country. Well, not at all in like the entirety of Europe, really, but definitely in America. And such, right? I was like, they're pretty big games, but I never really thought. And then I realized that every single F1 game that I've ever played in my life has been an F1 game, and not just like a differently named F. And I was like, oh no.
You're fallen trapped to the consumerism.
Something I just wanted to give bring up quickly, because I wish I spoke to you about this earlier. I saw you were playing DCS World the other day. Was that in VR? And why were you?
So okay.
Oh, because I've been seeing they've added like new stuff. They've got an open beta. I haven't looked into what it is. But stuff like that.
Okay, let's go through these questions one by one. VR, no, I've not played VR in a while. As much as I really do enjoy VR when I'm in it, the problem for me is getting into it, setting up.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be using VR a lot more often.
I'm sure you agree, VR is fucking awesome, but the act of getting into VR is so much work sometimes.
Admittedly, yeah, absolutely. It's not like it's an intensive job. But compared to just loading up a game,
like it's obviously not like you've got to fucking do like physical labor for 2 hours. It's just like if I'm thinking like I want to play a game, I'm like, oh, I could play that really enjoyable VR game, but I'd have to get up and plug my sensors or turn the sensors on at the wall, turn my headset on, launch Steam VR, and then I'm hot because it's hot, and I'm like, or I could just like click Steam and click a button.
Yeah. So why was I playing? I was just trying to learn the startup procedures of the F-16 and the KA-50. I might be
Okay.
going a little bit ahead with 50. No, KA-50's right. I'm fairly certain. And yeah, that went fairly well to an extent. I started the F-16, so success.
Fair. I remember doing the A10. I vaguely still remember how. No, I don't actually.
No, you have no clue.
But they've recently updated the A10. I feel like the cockpit's slightly changed. Maybe just
Well, I
updated.
play it in preparation for Microsoft Flight Sim. And in response to the things that are like coming up, I've bought a few modules mainly on sale because the game frequently has sales.
And the modules cost a fortune.
They do. Oh yeah, they do. I'm looking forward, and I might consider buying the Mi-24 Hind, the Eurofighter, and possibly the P-47 Thunderbolt.
Oh, the Eurofighter is a good shout, actually. That's something. If it goes on sale and it's not too expensive, I might.
I mean, I'll probably buy these things in like the winter sale at this point, or even the autumn sale.
Man's going to pre-purchase Syria. Just you wait.
I forgot about the new maps. There is a new free map being I think it's the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I've not seen anything on it. It might
It's
be
not
in
on
the
their
beta.
website, so I
Is
can't
the new
helpfully give
DCS
useful.
world out yet? Was that what
Well,
the
on their
open beta is
website is the
about?
Normandy, Persian Gulf, the Channel, and Syria. Obviously, Syria is the only one there that's in pre-purchase state.
Yeah.
I like the Channel map.
Is
We should
DCS
fly
World
across there
2?
and shoot some migrants out to sea.
Oh, god damn it.
Nice and relevant mode. Way to get that in.
Yeah. So is DCS World 2? Oh, I don't know if they call it DCS World 2 or just updated the new
if
one.
you look up DCS World, Marianas. Sorry, not the Bahamas. Marianas.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, they're both watery and oceany. And I believe that was going to be free. Let me just check that. Yes, yeah, it is. I don't think there's any release date for it.
Interesting, yeah.
No, it just says in 2020. But I mean, still, another free map, that would be dope. I would consider de Havilland Mosquito. I forgot that.
Oh. Do you want to know something that has just come out 4 minutes ago?
What?
Can I read an announcement live on the podcast? Do you give me permission, King Tactical TV?
Yes, there you go.
Halo Infinite. Today I want to share an important Halo Infinite development update with the community. We have made it the difficult decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game. The decision to shift our release is the result of multiple factors that have contributed to development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all this year. I want to acknowledge the hard work of our team at 343 Industries, who have remained committed to making a great game and finding solutions to development challenges. However, it is not sustainable for the well-being of our team and the overall success of the game to ship it this holiday. We know this will be disappointing to many of you, and we want to share in that sentiment. The passion and support the game has shown over the years has been incredible and inspiring. We wanted nothing more than to play our game with the community this holiday. The extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever at the quality we know our fans expect. Thank you for the support and understanding. Chris Lee, Studio Head, Halo Infinite, 343 Industries.
Oh, John's gonna be mad, but more time to
wait,
play
the
Halo
graphics
4
are
when
gonna
that
be
comes
good.
out in Master
That's
Chief Collection.
disappointing.
What did you say, Alfie?
The graphics will be good finally.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Even though I think the graphics should stay the same as they are or get worse, just to prove to gamers that graphics do not make good games. Because they don't, and they're not important.
No, you're right. They're pretty good. It was just for me, just minor things like the plasma explosions were just a bit too saturated.
This is for us. This was 5 minutes ago. Dirt 5 gets a short delay, now released on October 16th.
Oh. Gosh, we're really hot on this gaming news today.
Yeah.
This is a surprise. What's happened to us?
Wow.
Would you like to contribute any gaming news?
So no, I knew Halo would be delayed, obviously, because of the complaints of graphics.
The graphics were fine.
Everybody
The
hated
graphics were
them.
fine.
The community didn't say that,
The
unfortunately.
graphics were fine.
Important to note that it's only launching Oh no, I lied to you. I'm reading this
Oh,
wrong.
this was half an hour ago, by the way. This was from Twitch support. We noticed confusion about a chat experiment we are running that enables replies in chat, so we wanted to clarify some points. Replies will be individual entries in chat. Mods will have this feature in mod view.
Have you not seen that yet?
Nope.
That's the way it works. Although it doesn't appear to be working currently in mod view for those of you that will be using mod view to watch the stream, which I imagine is everyone in this call. Is that basically in chat, right? When you hover, I had this earlier. I've been watching a lot of Twitch streams lately. When you hover over someone's message, it highlights the whole message. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you click on it, it then takes a copy of that message and puts it above the chat box and says replying to, right? And then if you reply back and forth, you get a thread. And whenever you reply and click on that again, the whole thread will appear in your chat box up to like a maximum height. So you can see a thread of a conversation you've had. So you know when you're trying to DM someone in Twitch chat or speak specifically with someone in Twitch chat, but it's like in a big stream and it's flowing quite fast. It's quite annoying when you don't quite catch the message. You can just keep that there to make it a bit clearer. And when someone replies to someone, it shows in chat, like if I was to reply to someone, so I need someone to type in chat, see if I have it working. Because I can't do it to myself. Come on.
Also, other big news, by the way. This was 51 minutes ago from Twitch. Shroud is officially partnered with Twitch again, and he's back.
Yes.
Oh god.
So, DrDisrespect hasn't got a confirmed contract with YouTube yet. So, who knows what's going to happen? There's rumors that he's going to have his own website. Or like a new one.
Oh no, I just want to know where it's banned. I don't care about any of his. I just want to know where it's banned.
Yeah, apparently he still doesn't know, and that clip of him saying it was
I
pretty
still don't believe
okay.
that.
No, he knows. He's just not going to say for obvious reasons until it's all like gone out of.
It is pretty common that Twitch won't tell someone why they were banned. Like that is understandable. That's pretty common practice, just like across all industries. But like when you're DrDisrespect, you know. If you haven't been told, someone from Twitch has leaked it to you, right? Like, of course he knows. Like, there are other people in the world that claim to know, and enough of them are notable, credible sources. So, yeah, like I'm almost 100% that he knows. I just wish he'd say. I want to know. Who did he diddle?
Yeah, that's true.
Allegedly.
By the way, just for everybody wondering, Halo have confirmed this fact a few minutes after everybody else has. So,
What do you mean, Halo have confirmed what?
So Halo have tweeted out that same statement you put out.
Yeah, I literally read it from the Halo Twitter.
Yeah,
I saw it from someone else. So I love how
the White House.
No, I saw it from where did I see it?
Trump's delayed Halo.
Yeah. Who did I see? I saw it from someone called Deathspot.
You know, I literally read it from @Halo because it was retweeted by Danielle Partis from Influencer Business. If you want to go check them, they're great business.
Okay, so actually, I do have
Tactical Brit as well.
I have some more breaking news. This is from 4 minutes ago.
My God.
Microsoft says that the Xbox Series X will launch in November.
Oh fuck! What the fuck is it with the fucking announcements for times right now?
I know.
Wait, no. I mean, Halo was supposed to be a release title for the Xbox.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a problem, Jowan?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no. I'm fine with being delayed, but
that's true. Someone tweeted just saying it feels like there isn't much coming out for much launching for PS5 and Xbox.
Guys. This article talking about the release date of the Microsoft Xbox Series X has some incredibly good points about why it's going to be an awesome thing. It has hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing. 120 frames.
What?
Faster loading times and quick resume. I mean, imagine being able to tab out of a game application and get more than 120 FPS and have ray tracing. Couldn't be me.
Really?
That's the one thing I don't like about what Xbox are doing, and we've spoken about this on other streams, is the fact that they're trying to advertise and put the point that you can tab out of games and launch another one and play it.
I mean, I think it is useful for a console because I think it's useful for families and swapping between different individuals and such.
I
make fun of it, but if I had a PC in the front room for the family, could just tab out of Overwatch and they could just launch Battlefield and it would be fine. But
why?
I mean, like, okay, there's bad examples, but games like that you can
Also, I don't see-
games you do it on an Xbox.
Also, I don't see the point of that, because if it's got faster loading times, you're not going to have to wait around 15 minutes to wait for the game to launch, get to the menu, and get into your game.
Yeah, but it's a way of surpassing games that don't have saving. Microsoft doesn't appreciate games that don't have. Microsoft's agenda is against games that have long distance between save points.
Fair.
You know, you're playing Alien Isolation, and you're like, God, there hasn't been a save point in ages. I can't keep going anymore. What am I going to do? I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. This is going to suck. What you do is you just quick resume out of the Halo game? What the fuck am I about? The Alien Isolation game, and then just keep your Xbox powered on for the week while you go on holiday, and then come back.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, someone pointed out that there's literally going to be like not even that many launch titles for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5.
I mean, I don't know. What do you mean someone pointed out? How do they know? Are they Microsoft? Like, the fuck are they on about?
Okay, so like
they haven't announced launch titles doesn't mean there's not gonna be them. Also, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I know who gives a shit, but also it's like Halo was meant to be the big launch title with it because it's their game.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
To be fair though, like I don't mean to be that guy, but is Halo that popular with like the youth these days? Because I feel like anyone I know that has played any of the like the Halo remakes or has been excited about Halo Infinite has been like someone that played the Halo games originally.
What the Halo are used like? What Halo really? No, sorry. What youths really like these days is wacky backy. Okay, so we can all agree on that.
What?
So what we're saying is we need the Master Chief smoking.
Okay.
Right.
So the youth these days have been exposed to Halo 4 and 5.
Halo 4. And weed. Coincidence.
Oh yeah, on weed and weed. So Halo 4 wasn't like what the old heads would say like a proper Halo game, but it was a good Halo game. Just wasn't what it was before.
That's a controversial take.
It is a good Halo game.
That's
it's
debatable.
got a good story.
Debatable.
Okay, I'm googling it.
It has a good story.
Halo 4 IGN score.
So okay, so
Halo 4 out of 10. I take it back.
Halo 4 has a good story. It just doesn't have that good like gameplay. Because
like all Halo games, yeah.
No.
So
it just doesn't have the same gameplay as the ones before it.
I have a question for you after as well.
Yeah.
No, after. So I'll let you carry on. I want to ask you after.
Yeah, it's got a good story. So then like people were like exposed to Halo in that time. Could still get into it, but then Halo 5 was kind of like pretty shit in terms of the story and the gameplay as well. So people who were exposed to that for the first time always think that Halo is pretty shit.
Right, okay, I'm sorry, but Halo 5 is a 9 out of 10? 0.8 ain't much, bro. You can't tell me that it was shit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's IGN. They probably just paid them off.
Halo 5's story is too confusing at times, but the shooting has never felt better, and the multiplayer is the best since Halo 2.
Exactly, the story.
Probably.
I don't know. Something I just wanted to ask you, as a Halo fan, is
Red versus Blue. Good or bad?
Yeah, good.
How do you feel about them basically making this new Halo, the new Call of Duty? So it's the same game. They're just going to expand on it through updates.
What?
So supposedly the new Halo, for one, the new Halo Infinite's going to have the multiplayer separate. It's going to release separately.
It's pretty obvious when it's called Halo Infinite.
Yeah, and the fact that they're just going to expand upon it, it's going to be the last game in the series.
It's a game service rather than a game.
Yeah.
Yes, fine.
Okay, no, I thought you would have wanted more.
I don't play Halo for the multiplayer much. I'm pretty into Halo C multiplayer. It's my favorite for multiplayer. But in the other games, in the other games, I just don't play it for the multiplayer. I only play it for the story.
Halo 3 was obviously the best multiplayer. We can all agree on that.
Why is it such a pain to get you guys to play co-op then? Yeah, I'm gonna call you up.
Shut up.
Call you up.
I finally finished fucking Ruby is disappointing and here's why the other day, Phelan, the H Bomber Guy review of Ruby. And as someone that has a distant like relationship to Rooster Teeth, / kind of hates everything they do because they're awful. Well, that's not true. I have respect for some members of the conglomerate. Like, what the fuck is RWBY? Why was it so bad? And why were like the writers of RWBY like fantasizing about fucking the 15-year-old character? Like, what the fuck is going on in that company?
Okay, can we
It's
make this a
terrifying.
safe stream?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I hate that. I'm sorry to bring up facts about Rooster Teeth.
It's just Gus is the greatest, okay? So we can all agree on that.
Bernie burns.
Okay.
I haven't watched it, but from what I heard, it started off okay, and then later, again, it seemed like a lot of their shows in the later seasons start to drop off in popularity.
Yeah, it was pretty bad at the start.
Dunno.
What this review says, I highly recommend it actually. If you're interested, it's
Isn't
a
that the
2
guy
hour and
who
20-minute long.
Who did the Sherlock's bad, and this is why?
Yes.
Because one of the points I remember him bringing up, it was near the start, and to be fair, I didn't watch the full video, was, oh, Sherlock saw this and then deduced this about him. It's like, well, that and the comparison of other things that he said. But, yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's
Corporal says RWBY was good at the start, then became more of a small hentai near the end.
right. Okay. Well,
I don't know what that is.
I would disagree having watched the review, but I also haven't watched it, so yeah, fair enough.
I haven't seen any of that. I don't know what that means.
yeah, all right. Nice save.
Yeah, I don't look at the internet these days. But
I've seen you on Delphine.
what? That's in my video.
It is. That's true.
It's true. The thing is, that video should be out. I'm still debating, do I subtitle it or not? Because the subtitling doesn't really add too much comic relief at the moment, so I'm just tempted to release it the way it is. I might actually upload it today, give you guys, after the podcast.
A preview watch.
Yeah, because there's some jokes now I want,
Look at those fucking tits.
you know, opinions about it. What the fuck? Okay. But yeah, no. That kind of... I've never watched RWBY.
Nice conclusion.
I have, but that was because I had to make it for one of my friend's videos, which hasn't gone out yet, so I need to re-record that.
And you almost played a hentai girl game on stream before I realised what it was and told you not to.
Did I?
Yeah.
What one?
Tell you.
I've opened up some dodgy stuff on stream, and that's still one of my most viewed clips.
I've seen a certain YouTube video you put out.
Oh, yeah. It's not public, though.
I mean, you still released it to a small community.
Of you guys.
Yeah. That is indeed the community I was on about. Well done.
Thank you, good sir. But you know, I don't know.
What other topics are there?
Do I want to play F1 on stream? That's something I want to put out.
That one.
Yeah, you did. Do we play F1 on stream one day?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
I mean,
I told you later we need to go on Silverstone, so...
If you would like to play for Alfie, I'll be more than happy to buy it for you.
There's one thing I want to bring up, Charlie.
Go on.
I mean, there's also something else that we're missing, but...
I think for your stream, you should start your own save. What's it called? Satisfactory. Because when we did ours,
it went
you kind of streamed it for a bit. You streamed it for a bit, and then like we normally do, we just ended up grinding the shit out of it. Ended up playing like half the game by the time you came back. So then if it's your save, you have the ability to like play when it wants and you get more content out of it.
That's true. I would definitely have to do that on stream. What else is the other thing I want to do? Because I played Minecraft last night, but that was a late stream. I can't remember. I want to play Fallout 4 again, but I don't know if I want... I'm very... Because at the moment, the full version of Fallout 4, which is the only Fallout I've played and one I actually quite enjoy, the full version with a lot of the DLC is only like £11. So I'm tempted to just play through it, because I've never played it at DLC on stream.
It's not a bad game. My take on Fallout 4 is that it's a good game, just not a good
Fallout 4, sorry, I was thinking of Fallout 76.
Yeah,
no, Fallout 76, no.
I like Fallout 4. It's just not a good Fallout game.
Yeah, no, it is a good game.
When I think about Fallout 4, I don't think of it like a Fallout game. I just think, oh yeah, that was a decent game. Like, not necessarily great, just decent. It's enjoyable. Yeah, but it's not really a Fallout game.
Yeah, no, I'll see. Because it's on sale and it's a decent price. I'm debating, but it's like one of those things. Do I want to? So I played it on stream once, but that was back on my PlayStation. I got decently far in that. But so
I mean, if you play it with slight modding, like removing the build limit and shit, pretty
like,
awesome.
Yeah. Getting rid of the build limit, being able to build anywhere, then it just opens up the game a lot.
Fallout 4 was meh. The story wasn't the worst, but like again, it's a game I really enjoyed, and I might get it to stream. But I definitely want to stream Satisfactory again, just like by myself, just to see. Oh, not like on my serve, on my save. Sorry, there, like what you said. What else? Like I can't. The topics I wanted to talk about is like myself, like reflecting on myself, how I think this is gonna go, and all that, and then ask you guys how you guys.
Look at you trying to make yourself a better person. Honestly.
Yeah, and then I wanted to ask you guys the same question. Like, what do you think you are going to do in the next few years, and like, if you got anything you want to work on, social media, work-wise, like plans. Personally, I've seen a few. Like, I love what I do here. It's just a hobby. It's what I tell everybody. If you stream, it's a hobby. Unless you're going to put the time and effort into it and put money.
Tell DrDisrespect that.
Like, if you can see growth, definitely put the time and effort and money into it, because you never know, you could get it to go somewhere. But don't put so much time effort that you lose your job, you lose friends, you lose family.
Yeah.
Like, you want to balance it out.
Numbers can matter. Like numbers don't necessarily don't matter, right? If you're seeing growth, or you see that a particular way of titling your YouTube videos or titling your streams has a good impact on your growth as a streamer or YouTuber, then like yeah, do those things. But it shouldn't be the be all and end all. If you're working purely to make big number get bigger, then there's a problem. If you're using big number as a reference to help improve yourself, that's completely fine.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do sadly slip into the defining themselves by the number.
Yeah, I've never done that in my life. You guys are always below
Looking
me.
at my YouTube videos and some of their titlings.
I tried to stick away from clickbait, though. You know, obviously, it can bring in viewerships. I did that a little bit with Minecraft Dungeons. However, when that released, that didn't really work out. But I still want to play that because the new DLC came out for it, and I haven't touched that yet.
Yeah, it was decent actually.
Yeah, I just need to play it again. It's just one of those times.
The only problem I have with the DLC is that I don't know why I was expecting. I mean, I guess they didn't really specify. I was expecting a full new map, like the size of the first map, but new. But it's not. It's like 3 maps. So me and Bruce were like, "Oh, the Minecraft Dungeons DLC's out. Do you want to play it?" And then 2 hours later, we'd finished it on the hardest difficulty, and it was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh.
But you
it was
know,
still fun, and there was new weapons and shit, but it's just not quite what I was expecting. But well, you know, whatever.
You still got another DLC to come out. You never know, that might fix it.
The other DLC adds to the previous DLC. It's like DLCception.
But yeah, no, I like what I'm doing. It's a hobby work at the moment. I'm happy with where I am. It's a perfect job for me as a person, because it just helps me get through the day and then do what I want to do here. Though I do plan on moving at some point for either a higher paid job or just better hours. It really depends on where this goes. I doubt it's going to go anywhere anytime soon, but you never know. It's one of those things where there just has to be one stream, one video that goes big, and then you've got a little bit of a back in. And if you're good at it, you can keep it consistent, and that's what I think a lot of people fail on, is keeping consistency. You can make one really good video and the rest is shit, and obviously people aren't going to want to stay. If you make one good video and all the other videos are good, people are going to want to stay. It's one of those things, like, you can get 5 minutes of fame, or you can get a lifetime of fame. Not exactly, but like that's just like the basics of it.
One of the most relevant quotes about like online content creation is that going viral is the biggest curse in your online career.
Yeah.
Because if you go viral for a particular style of video, or a certain video game, or a certain type of, you know, sketch or whatever, you end up locked into it in a certain sense. You know, I know multiple big streamers that got big playing X game and have been terrified. They try for like maybe an hour at the end of like a 8-hour normal stream of normal game to play something different and see how variety works, and their viewership drops by like 2/3, and then like maybe they slowly weasel in like another 2 games, and that sounds like hell, because you can love a game as much as you want, but having to play it every single day for your job, Like that's something different, right?
If I was to ever get to that point, touch wood, I would like if I fell into that category of like one game got me popular, I would just stick to that game until I feel like I can safely move over to something where I don't have to worry about it. Like if I want to, like I would always have that game in my schedule. I wouldn't have it every single day, but like I'm kind of doing that now. Like Mondays and I can't remember my schedule now, but 2 days of the week I play EFT because it's a game I want to get back into. The hacker issue isn't too bad apart from on fucking one of the maps, and it's a game I enjoy streaming because it's a good amount of action. Then there's a good amount of rest time. Mondays and Thursdays, there we go. But I don't want to grow my community just on EFT though. You know, when you main a game, that can happen. But like, if like theoretically, for people who do that, I would try and get to that point, or if I was them, I'd get to that point where, let's say, I'm getting X amount of subs. Like let's say 1,000 subs is enough for me to live off. That is enough for me to live off. That's a lot more than for me to live off. If I was getting 1,000 subs for playing that main game, and then I switched over to another one, and on average I got about 500, I'd be more than happy to do that switch. I know I'm going to lose a small viewership, half my viewership for that fact.
I mean,
but then mental health is so much more important, in my opinion, or is more important. It's not even my opinion. That's just a sheer fact. Mental health should be more important.
It's more important in the literal sense. In the practical sense, finances obviously work out because that's just how society works.
That is very true. It's very hard for a multi-game streamer, for a variety streamer. It's a lot harder for them to grow a community, because if you play one game and you get like 5 followers, and then you move on to another game and they don't like it, they're going to unfollow. It's one of those. It's one of those unfortunate things.
A lot of like a model that I think works for bigger streamers, but I definitely think you need to have like a large subscriber base to be able to do this. Is if you have like, we're speaking like you're like a big Twitch streamer, you're in the few thousand subs range, right?
Check Summit.
If changing from your main game loses your viewership by like half to like 2/3, you can kind of do that if you do it on like an off day, off schedule, or you play a different game at the end of playing your normal main game, right?
Right.
Because as long as you're streaming your main game regularly enough to maintain those subscribers, you're doing all right. As it's like you have to like balance it, so you can still play a completely unrelated game for a couple hours at the end of a stream, or on a Sunday when you don't normally stream. It's just that as long as you keep up the main game to keep up the portion of your subscriber base that is purely there for that. At the same time, I definitely think you can convert your subscriber base over to supporting variety if you are a bigger streamer. I know multiple bigger streamers recently that have moved to not necessarily variety streaming explicitly, but they have had like a couple days where they play a completely different game all the way through, and then at the end of the streams they regularly play a different game, and that does seem to work quite well if you have a big enough community by the start of it.
Yeah, I mean, so I just want to say, corporal. I know what you mean. Though I see the thing I don't understand when it comes to viewership, and this is something I have never really looked into, is so this is going back a few months when I used to stream, or like basically when I started streaming. I would stream games I enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy the games I do stream, but then like I would get an average of like 5 views maybe, and then I would move over to something like War Thunder, and then I would just get loads of more viewers. But I thought that was I don't understand it. It's just a weird. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who watch War Thunder are there to want to play with you.
There's definitely those sort of games on Twitch where there's people that regularly go around the community and say like, "Oh, you're playing X game. Like, can I join?" Yeah,
and that's something I noticed. Obviously, not just War Thunder.
That's not a bad thing, but...
No, it's a good thing. It grows a community, and something like one of the things I really like about streaming EFT is the fact that it's so different, and you can play it in so many different ways, and every single raid you do is completely different. Not that like. So you could say that with Call of Duty or Fortnite, 2 really popular games, but they are basically just like it's the exact same thing you're doing every single game, unless you've got set challenges or stuff like that.
Shoot the people,
yeah.
Collect a bit of loot, shoot the people, die, respawn, shoot
like,
the people, collect a bit of loot, collect a bit of loot, shoot some more people,
yeah,
build a building, die, repeat.
And people will say, "Oh, that's EFT," but then EFT has a huge backlog
No,
of.
it's not. This is gonna okay. So in defense of EFT here, I think it has a massive
I
development
never
problem, a hacker
expected you
problem,
to defend it.
right? But I'm not a personal fan of classic style FPSs. My favorite FPS would be Overwatch, and the specific reason I like it is that it blends FPS elements with mobile elements, right? But what I think, like from the small amount of content that I have watched, I mean, I said I've watched probably like 6 or 7 hours straight of EFT in my life total.
Which surprises the hell out of me.
What makes it interesting is that you can strategize a lot more, right? And there's a lot more tactics into it than the major FPS games. I still think there's that parity in terms of strategy and tactics of a game like Squad, as an example. But I think it would be completely unfair for someone to say that like Warzone or Fortnite plays the same way you play EFT. Like that's just complete bollocks.
That's true. Yeah.
And I remember like the first time I ever watched someone play EFT was in that mall, right? And that was really exciting to watch. Like, was watching people try and push through a mall and try and fucking, clear out every single room while occasionally coming under fire. And that's exciting.
You saw gameplay in the mall, like you were physically in the mall and you saw it. I was like,
no, the gameplay was in a mall.
Right.
Yeah, I just traveled to suburban Wisconsin.
Yeah, EFT is one of those good games. Obviously, the developers are a bit, no offense, but they're a bit dodgy every now and then, especially when it comes to refunds or if your game gets hacked, and they're not the best when it comes to customer support, but they are definitely a good company. They're definitely a good making a good game. Sorry, constantly working on it, adding new shit all the time. The updates, the major updates, they're always just making the game better and better, and it's still in early access. The one thing I'm worried about is the fact they're trying to make it, from what I know, they're trying to make it so it's an open world game, which is something I'm worried about because I really like the raid system. It really does work for the game. It's what makes the game, in its sense, what it is. So I'm kind of worried for them making it an open world. If they do make it an open world, I hope they keep the raid system. So maybe the maps are connected, but you can go into a raid to get better loot or something like that, or you have to travel across the map to actually go and start your raid. I don't know, but it's one of those games that I love because it's so different every time. You can set your challenges, you can get viewers to set your challenges, and there's such a good amount of time just to chill. It's not constantly game, and it's not a very streamed game. It gets its hype every now and then when they do their events or when big streamers play it, but relatively it's still quite small. And the community is lovely. You do get the odd toxic people, but what community doesn't, honestly?
I mean, it's like classic style. Like when I say classic FPS, I want to make a distinction. I don't mean like what most common FPS games are, like the Battlefields and Call of Duties of the world. I mean real world scenario, real world guns FPS, right? Just like that sort of FPS, like Squad, EFT, Call of Duty, etc. Well, depending on the Call of Duty. And like I feel like there's definitely always a certain genre of toxic people that play those games. But in general, from what I've seen of EFT, like the development has issues, certain parts of the community has issues, but there's a subset of people that go like, yeah, this is a good game, more notably with a considerable amount of potential. So, they want the best for it. And I'd agree, I want the best for it.
You're currently making a new game, you spent a lot of money on 3D models. Personally, I'm not saying you shouldn't stop doing what you're doing, there's so many different ways of doing stuff, but I would personally say if you want to make a game and you want to get models, personally, this is how I would do it. I would hire someone to model, someone obviously who knows how to model, but I would hire someone to make me models, not just buy assets off online.
Okay.
Because personally, I don't like asset buy-in because unless you actually modify it, where that asset comes from, because it tends to be quite a common one. Though,
I mean, that's what I thought he was doing. That's why he spent $2,000 on it, because he's hiring people to pay, not just buying off the assets.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Models.
So,
$2,000 is a lot to spend on just the store. So that's
even then, it's not for a larger, medium-sized game.
You know how much asset flipping was done for PUBG, right? How the entire thing is just made of 6 Unity store assets, right?
Holy shit!
PUBG had spent $2,000 on Unity store assets, it would look at least a little bit closer to something like EFT.
Yeah. EFT is just a very
Which still
well
looks
detailed
pretty,
game,
I say.
and I really want to stream it more, but work and all that is making it hard. So I just want to stream more with people. I just miss streaming with friends, and like I went through a long period of not doing that, and that really did hit me hard. So it's good to be able to do this now, and we'll definitely have to play more F1, stream it. EFT is definitely one I'm going to stick to. But like Overwatch, I want to get more into and all that. I just wanted to point this out as well because I was thinking about Summit 1G because I remember looking at his subs not too long ago, and I just found out something very interesting, and that was this surprised me from September. Oh, that's years. Okay, so in September 2017, he averaged about 10k. Then from May 2017, he averaged about 20k. From January 2019, he averaged about 20k, 28k roughly. And then for some reason, out of nowhere, on April 2020, he went from 30k the month before to 93k subs. And then it went back down to 40.
Think about how much money that is.
What the fuck? Was that Valorant, maybe?
Probs.
Well, I mean, you went from like 300 followers to like 2,000 and then went back down.
Oh, 7,000, yeah.
7,000, yeah, 7,000 then went back down.
Yeah, but that was because of some dickhead with a bot.
I mean, that could have been some dickhead with a bot.
I doubt it.
I mean, to be fair, like, I watch Sleepy quite a lot, and he has a massive botting problem. Just being like, I think he's in the top 40 Twitch streamers now.
Does anybody want to know the
terrifying.
depressing stat about that, by the way? Just doing rough numbers, that month he got from just subs alone 300k.
Oh,
I mean, are you factoring Twitch's cut from that?
Yeah. I'm averaging about. I'm guessing he's getting about $3.5 per sub, which would
And
make
tax
sense.
on top of that. Yeah, he's probably got like 200k out of that, I'd say.
I would say like an easy 300k out of that easily.
I mean, there's still tax on top of whatever the cut he got from Twitch.
No, because I would say he got about 75%, and that like they very rarely take a cut from it. They rarely tax it anyway.
No, I'm not saying Twitch are taxing it.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
saying
off.
that the fucking country he lives in is probably taxing
Oh,
it.
America,
as is pretty
yeah.
much standard.
But yeah, I'm saying he got an easy 300k from that show.
no.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Corporal. Take your time. And he's also trying to make a space RTX. Ooh, RTX.
RTX.
Also, I think Jawan was trying to say something a while ago.
Yeah, I do apologise. Carry on.
Oh my god, what was it about? What was the subject? What was the subject?
Does.
What was the subject?
Bettering yourself, I think.
Okay, that's kind of, what was it actually about?
Well, you were there as well. Don't put this on me.
Hardly.
What? What do you mean hardly? It's not my
What
fault.
were we talking about in the moment?
Oh my god.
Oh,
This
so
one's on you.
this is just something that's just come
Oh,
up.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you think about it. This just came up though. Apparently,
Think
you're,
about it.
you're allowed 10 Twitter accounts on one phone number.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, cool. Well, that reminded you? Alright, go quick.
Oh yeah, hang on, what?
No, it wasn't Twitter accounts. I mean, because you guys were talking about like having 1,000 subscribers and
Right.
you being better off. Down here with us, you don't really need 1,000 subscribers. You only need like a couple hundred to be better off.
I did the maths.
I've
This
done
is
the
gonna be
maths.
I did the maths ages ago, so I was just thinking. This
Did
was
you
before I was
factor
even
in council
affiliated.
tax,
No.
normal tax? No, yeah, figured okay, this is
But,
maths.
so- At this current state, as an affiliate, I would need about. I did the maths. I think it was about 400 subs on average.
Is that to live independently?
Yeah.
That's about.
That's a month.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's about that.
And that's
yeah.
at an affiliate standard, because I know what the cut is as an affiliate. I don't know what it is as a partner, and that's not really public.
Well, I mean, as a partner, it's like whatever.
I would have guessed it's around 75%, which
That's
makes
actually
sense.
no,
so it's, like there's a base, but it varies based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
how big you are. It's like they
depends on your
decide.
contract.
Like people that the top tiers of Twitch have a way better pay cut.
Yeah.
Who'd have guessed?
Or could arguably they could be negotiated for, Twitch could say to DrDisrespect before we got booted, hey, we'll take like 10% more on your thing, but we'll provide you with like free hotels, like at this rate a month, anywhere in the world, within reason, if you want to go meet fans or some shit. Like I'm sure there's deals like that they've done.
Or follow them in the toilets.
I mean, it is Amazon, so.
Nice.
But yeah, no, talking about that, if you guys want to help me get to 400 subs, I can move out and do these streams a little louder.
Yes, because that's what everyone was buying it for. Is louder streams.
But no, yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to do, and it kind of went off topic. But like, did you guys want to talk about your futures or like what you got planned?
I don't have much planned.
Because
I wish people would stop bloody asking me. I
have 2 plans in life when it comes to jobs that I've been looking into that I wouldn't mind doing, and that are somewhat feasible. One of them you guys would have never expected, in my opinion. But
I know what it's going to be.
I saw an apprenticeship for tailorship,
what about you?
and that's something I really like. It just interests me.
That seems completely in character.
Okay, but I'd love to be a tailorship. I love looking smart. I love making suits.
Okay, I take it back. This is absolutely not what I expected. You're right.
But I love suits. I really want a nice tailor-made suit at some point in my life, and being a tailor, that would be my daily sort of job, making suits for people.
Making suits for other people.
Yeah, but I'd have one myself, so that's something I would like to look into one day. The other one is very unlikely, and you guys are going to swear down. I guarantee you're all going to go, no, don't do that. I would love to be an F1 driver, honestly.
Oh my fucking
no.
So I'd have to lose about 15 stone, and about 4 inches off my height.
And the inability to brake, you should probably lose that as well.
Wait, what did couple say? I saw my girlfriend said dumb. Oh, oh no. What the fuck?
God.
What?
F.
Okay.
Oh my god, Twitch reset my settings so I don't have fucking moderation icons, so I can't even unban him.
Okay, okay, that was, I'm
Thanks,
sorry.
Twitch.
Wow, okay.
Oh, someone else did it.
Appreciate it. Nightbot being weird as fuck.
Alright, I'm a ban not book.
So yeah, is anybody... So yeah, it's fair. At this stage in life, it's very hard to say, I want to do this, unless you kind of, I guess, went through, well, uni especially, if you went through the...
Alright,
like,
stop rubbing in that I don't have any plan of what I want to do.
I don't either.
What, you've just given us plans?
Yeah, tailorship, which is an off one, and I doubt I'm ever going to get to Formula 1. Be it Formula 2, Formula 3. But, like, racing would be fun. I don't know. I don't really, like, realistically, I don't know what I'd like to do as a job.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think it's one of those things that is pushed as something you should know at a pretty young age, when I think in reality, there's a lot of things, I think the problem is that it's kind of pushed, like, you have, like, one career, whereas in reality, there's a lot of interests that people tend to have, and a lot of things they like to work in, and you kind of just need to try them out to experience it. Like, there's a lot of people that are creatively interested in X thing, but wouldn't actually enjoy working in it because of how the business side works, and just complicated things like that.
Well, I found that out with IT. I thought I'd enjoy it, but I'm not going to be honest with my...
Yeah.
I'm not going to be honest with my why I did my certain college courses, because they're just stupid. But
I enjoy computer things a lot, but just having like a job in it, I just don't fucking want to do that.
I'm more of a media sort of person, though I didn't really enjoy that much either.
I'm a BTEC hair and design.
Oh, nice. So do you like to colour people's hair?
No, I like to dye it.
Ah, okay.
With a dye, the substance that changes the colour of something. Right?
You took 3 classes in high school. Nice.
You know dyes. Do you know dyes? Dye is defined on Wikipedia. Dye is a coloured substance that chemically bonds the substrate to which it is being applied. Yeah, they're pretty.
I had 6 screens. Fuck me. I used to do a lot of 3D modelling on Blender. I wish I carried that on, but since college I stopped.
Nice.
So,
I wish I had 6 active screens. I don't know what I'd use them for.
I don't know. Like, I don't really know what I like. To be honest, because I didn't really go in. Like, not go too detailed. I didn't go into my college courses because of certain reasons. I don't know what I actually would have picked. I feel like even music would have been up there, but then doing our test music, like when we did that test thing going into sixth form, what the courses are like, I hated music with a passion because it was all literally just, hey, what's this note? No, I love playing music. I don't like the technical side of music, but I love playing music. I genuinely don't know. I felt like business probably would have been a better one for me, just because that is sort of something I not necessarily go into detail with, but I do it on a daily basis, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I would have done in college, or sixth form, be it.
It can be pretty tough to decide as well, because even if you want to do A levels, what A levels you study, like you can pick them yourself, but if you have it's normally because you're sort of guided a bit by a teacher at that age. Like, it's quite often they're like, well, you should look at what university course you want to do and what A levels that requires.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty shitty limiting way of teaching. Having gone through school in the UK, college in the UK, and university in the UK, my tips to like kids doing it really are GCSE grades that everyone's really stressed about right now because of the shit that's going on with coronavirus. Do not give a single shit about them. They mean absolutely nothing and are completely irrelevant. The only time I have ever had to reference anything about my GCSE grades is applying for a job I have been asked, do you have a C in English and a C in maths, whatever that is in the numbers now, right?
5.
And then when I
really
confirmed that, when I went to an interview, they didn't even ask for the certificates. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter. They just don't matter. When it comes to college...
I guess it's based on whether you can answer yes.
When it comes to college, right? I can't really give advice on picking it. It definitely, if you do have like a specific career that requires university studies, or doesn't necessarily require, but you can benefit university study heavily in, like, yeah, you kind of do in a sense have to pick A levels, but A levels also aren't the only option. There was going to be T levels, but I think the government's dropped those now, which, okay, thanks.
I don't know, I didn't hear about that.
And then there's like all the other qualifications you get in the UK. My main advice on those, though, is that like when you finish them, just recognize that uni is not the only option. Like there's apprenticeships, even if you like move across the country for apprenticeships. You know, there's options. You can go straight into working. Just like uni's not the only option out there.
You can get injected with blue.
Yeah. No, it's very, very, very hard to try and figure out, I guess. Especially with the amount of sort of backing you have that you need to do this, this, and this. It's like, no, you don't really need to. It helps, but you don't need to.
Well, it also depends on what you want from life.
At my high school, you could pick anything you wanted. We could, well, obviously set from...
That's not true.
Well, you could pick any courses. Obviously, you had to do certain ones that you had to do language. We all picked IT. That didn't go well.
I was about to say, then they take your choices and just turn them around.
I didn't even get to choose my second option while you guys could. They literally just gave me history while you guys got to pick history or geography or whatever.
I wish I didn't pick history, but...
Yeah, I wish I didn't pick history. Well, I didn't have the option. I'd say I wish I didn't pick Latin, but then I would have done shit in France.
It's not necessarily that
French is more homework, though. I do not regret picking Latin. Just for homework.
I mean, like I enjoyed Latin. Like, it didn't do great in it from a GCSE sense, but I didn't really try either. And like, it was just interesting for me.
What, 20? But wait, when you were working on farm, is that 22 hours a day? You had no choice in core classes, but okay, fair. Yeah, so it's quite sort of same with us. Yeah, identical. You have to do maths, English, and science.
We were also made to do RE though, which are religious studies. Most schools wouldn't make.
Makes sense though, because we were in a Catholic school. Even though it was brought out by a non-Catholic school when we were doing our GCSEs.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I don't actually remember how I did in RE. I can't even remember our RE teacher.
I quite enjoyed those lessons in the sense of the ones before it was not so Catholic and the ones after. Like,
yeah.
I enjoyed them. They were good. I like philosophical and social discussions. So
my sister said something the other day which really made me laugh. Which was, you know how we actually go to mass every Thursday?
Yeah, sort of.
Did any of you actually sing to the songs? To the hymns?
No.
my sister said, how did it sound like everybody was singing when I'm pretty sure nobody did?
Because it wasn't just the school there. There were people who actually cared about religion.
There was more than us there.
I love how also the girls got really annoyed at us because we wouldn't do any of the readings. I found that quite funny.
I love working in Lua. Lua's a really fucking nice language. It feels nice to use.
Lua.
Yeah, you'd love homebrew, man.
No, I wouldn't, because it's shit.
You can make
That's
it
not
not shit
true.
with Lua.
It's so brutal. I wouldn't. It's shit.
Yeah, the ultimate
Wow.
takedown. That's one for the fucking history books right there.
That is. Oh, you did agriculture. Like, we don't really get that down here.
To be fair, we had
I mean,
very
you-
limited
In
options
school,
for,
sorry.
But I mean, yeah, it's important to note that we are in one of the most economically poor regions in the entirety of Europe.
I mean,
So that
even the
sucks.
surrounding schools got a lot more options than we did, for a fair reason.
Oh,
But
oh,
I just
yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember our school was severely limited.
Did you see Tom's... Oh, this is going off topic, but did you see Tom Scott's new video? That was interesting.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out as well, which one of my favourite stats about our school was our year, the average GCSE level was a D,
Yeah.
which is a fail if you don't know. Oh, it's not a fail, it's not what colleges
below
look for.
average.
Not, this is the thing that everybody gets like, it's everybody,
Here we
all
go.
the teachers say, and it's not true. If you get under a C, that is not a fail, even though they say that. A fail is a fail. It's when your coursework is not marked.
Gosh, maybe if it was marked as a U, that would be a fail.
Yeah.
Maybe we had some
I
experience.
mean,
no,
a
with someone
C, a
having
C
that.
is meant
It's
to
just-
be.
It's just
the
what they
pass,
look
yeah.
for. It's what colleges
It's meant
look
to be
for.
like what colleges look for, what employers look for.
Mm.
Oh, it's numbers again now. I'm sorry for people that genuinely are studying because I don't know the number system.
It numbers 1 to 9, 5's a C, 9's an A plus.
Nine's the good one.
Well, no, because 8's an A star and 9's like better than an A star because they made the GCSEs all
8
slightly
star
harder as
star
well.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But
But anyway, yeah, like whatever. Like all I would say about school is unless you have like an incredibly specific career plan, like if you're planning to do like law, right, where history at A level is really useful, you can use your history GCSE purely in just studying it as like a useful head start to get some general knowledge about different character and why fucking, like, I don't know, cyanide, you should get it high quality and shit so you can actually kill yourselves properly and such.
What?
You know, there's you won't understand because you don't remember, but it's fine. It's a good reference. Like there's some useful stuff you can learn, but just don't worry about GCSE. It just doesn't matter. Get an English in C, get a C in English,
Really?
and get a C in maths.
I don't
There's
have
not
a...
a better
The
time
only
to mess
benefit to
that
that is
up.
that you don't have to legally keep doing it. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
man. What was
Oh,
that?
cool.
Something simple. I didn't even know that was one that we had.
I've changed the caps one. I've got to go back into the bloody fucking thing and change the symbols one.
You say that reference. The only thing I remember from school was Jowan trying to get me banned, and
Except
somehow-
symbols. Current limit 8. What the fuck?
somehow No Man's Sky got me a B in literature, even though I confused the teacher I was speaking
Yeah.
to more when I went in. Like when I came out, she didn't know. She
Again,
didn't know what I was talking
English.
about.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, I somehow got a B in literature. No, I got a B in language, sorry, and a C in literature. Got
Come
a
on.
U in Latin,
Mm.
an
Yes.
E in history, a C for maths somehow, a C for... I got an A for DT, but I went
Yes,
back...
it's DT.
No, I got an A for
How do
DT
you
when
glue
it...
wood together?
I got an A in DT when it comes to the actual physical course, like the actual physical
Don't-
product,
DVA.
but I got a C
Side note.
for the
That's
coursework, so I ended up getting an average of a B,
Yeah.
which was annoying because I was like, yes, my first A. Oh, never mind.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that was.
I did make the best speaker out of them all. I wish I took it home.
To be fair, like, I get
you.
why the UK changed from the A to U system to, like, a number system.
Why?
Confuse us.
I don't know, just, like, it
I-
provides more
I-
accuracy,
No, it
basically.
doesn't.
But, like,
It doesn't.
Just have more letters.
There's no. We have
We have an
more
alphabet of 26 bloody letters.
No,
You're telling
we
me I couldn't
have-
have pulled a few more?
You have more options with A to C, A to D, than you
Keep
do
going.
with 1 to 9.
It only goes up
Because
to
there's 3 marks for each of those. You've got A low C or C minus,
No,
C, and then a C tie.
No. That's not a thing in the UK, though.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not a thing. If you're doing like a mock exam, a teacher can say you got a lower C in the grade boundary for C, you were towards the lower end. But unlike in mostly America, we do not have like an A plus, an A minus, a B plus. That's not a thing. What I was gonna say, why don't they just fucking give you the percentage? Like, can we please just give them the percentage?
Yeah.
Like, we don't need fucking symbol a billion to determine what fucking score. Just tell them you got a 92.6. Right, when I went to university, the first piece of coursework I didn't go, oh, well done, you've got a puffy, huffy, little Dumbledore. But, you know, they just went, you got a 96 point whatever it was on this coursework, well done. I was like, thanks. Like,
nice. By the way.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Wait, F? Wait, that is so... Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't make much sense.
No, it doesn't. Anyway.
To be fair, America's also just weird with education. Like,
I mean, America has a really weird education system in.
Also, isn't it different in each state slightly?
American.
What was that? Sorry,
it's not hugely different between each state, but it does have varieties. Yeah.
I was right for once.
Multiple choice that the teachers mark.
Yeah, I know certain. I don't know if I'm fully correct on this, but I'm pretty sure in certain small sections of America, certain states or whatever it ends up being, the actual grades that you come out with, right, like from school, like when you get your high school diploma and go on to like a job or university or community college, are graded by your teacher, not an exam board. Which is just like, what the fuck? One, that's just excuse for biases and like, you know, problems and personal issues and such. But also, how the fuck is that fair in any way? There are problems with the exam board structure we have in the UK, but like at least it's done by a regulated body. I mean, sure, the government sets the grade boundaries based on what the performance of the GCSEs they want, lowering all of our GCSE grades in our year by a significant amount to prepare for the fact that they're bringing a new system the year after it. But you know, that's fine.
I forgot about that.
I feel like we were just talking about said system, but okay. You what? Oh, come on.
That's so weird.
I thought it was ridiculous, but this is even worse.
To be fair, I definitely think that the range of courses you get in America can be greater. Like, I obviously won't name them because random friend of mine, but I have a friend who I was speaking with for many years through the ending years of their high school, and they had a lot of choices in the whatever it is ending 2 years of high school, softer, fresh senior man years, whatever, right? I just fucking call them year whatever, like fucking god. Anyway. Like, yeah, they had a lot of options. I mean, there was also other issues, like, for inexplainable reasons, their school forcibly put them in the wrong maths class. And when they complained about it, they threatened to expel them. I mean, that was probably more a problem of that school, but yeah.
I hope so.
At the same time. And, you know, I think, like, every 2-week shooting drill that they had to have. And, you know, the bulletproof magnetic doors they held in every classroom. There were some problems. The armed guards that lined the corridors. But you know,
I remember that was great fun.
Experience.
So I know I do this every time, and you all hate me. But are there any last topics we'd like to talk about? Because we're coming up to 2 hours.
He is going to do it. Well, technically, as the topic that we mentioned, you always ask us for topics, and the one time that we actually give one,
right.
You've completely skipped over it.
Oh, what, the accent?
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know many people. I can't do accents. I can't tell many accents. Obviously,
I can't tell many accents.
What is he saying?
Oh my god.
I can't tell many accents if it's like I can only tell it if it's a blatant like Liverpool or Scottish accent.
I can't tell many accents apart. It's not complicated.
You've just been speaking about English at GCSE level. Come on, let's conform to that.
But yeah, okay, I'll let you two have your argument because obviously.
Okay.
You two
John, you can get in on this because you understand basic words.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
All right. So recently, I don't know. I heard this on the radio. Spoke to my mum about it, and she was outraged as well, rightfully so. Let me just find out who.
I
the
disagree
survey.
immediately. I just need to insert that Delicious's mum is a disgraced person with no honour as far as I'm concerned.
Was she even your mum?
No. Your mum is lovely. However, my favourite
Was
thing...
she even his mum though?
Oh, good God.
Okay. Can I just say something? Your mum's lovely, but the best thing I remember was when you were in school, you were telling us about how, or maybe college, you were telling us how your mum was doing a fuck, what's she called on a newspaper? Damn, it's the game you normally get in a newspaper where it's words. Crossword. She was doing a crossword, and it was three letters long, and it said, this word is not a liquid or a solid. What could it be? And she put goo.
Yeah. Well, preparing for heart surgery. Let's give her some credit.
Plasma wouldn't have fitted, but
I'm not hitting my mic all the time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, anyway, continue then.
So I couldn't find who the survey was done, but I just wanted you all to see. Let me put this in the Twitch
I imagine an
chat,
incredibly reliable source.
obviously.
Well, here's the Sun article, which
Oh God.
one, the title of it, but two,
God.
it has nothing to do with accents. Like, look, all right. So, according to the Sun, because that's the one I found. Yeah. According to a recent survey which concluded Queen's English to be the sexiest dialect, and in the same one, the Cornish accent was put at the bottom of the pile. There was a lot of paraphrasing in there. And
Yes.
I'd argue none of those were right. I don't know if I can get a full listing here.
Can I just say something? Are you guys looking at that article?
I'm trying not to.
Not at the moment.
If you look at it, there's a bit saying hunking disorderly. This Jim Conwell of the Devon and Cornwall Police has been called the hottest cop in Britain by online admirers.
Oh, no.
Now the image they use couldn't be any worse.
No, but say a fucking
That's an
web
incredibly
camera.
odd person to receive that title.
Also, yeah, I swear I've seen a lot better looking
Conwell,
officers.
who was last year promoted to assistant chief constable, was bombarded with filthy requests from women. I am sure he was excellently reputable newspaper The Sun.
Also, what did that say? Filthy requests from women who wanted to be arrested.
Nice.
I
Well,
was
at
trying
least
to
they
keep
had a
it away
fetish.
from
At least that
discussing
was like
explicit sexual fetishes, but I guess Twitch TOS can accept it.
So I mean, to instantly debunk that,
Right.
the Queen's English accent is
It's
the
a
one that's
beautiful accent.
mostly mocked.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but so is the
It's
the
definitely not the
southwestern
most
accent.
attractive by any means.
Here's the thing. I can agree that received pronunciation, as I am going to properly call it,
No.
is an attractive accent in like a platonic way. Like it sounds like how do I describe it? It's good for broadcast and documentaries. It sounds intelligent. Like you can say, like if Donald Trump wanted to brag about fake news in received pronunciation, he would do better, right? Like it sounds intelligent. But
You've
I
never
don't want
heard
to
the
be
Queen's
fucking
English.
someone and have them whisper something explicit in my ear in RP. That would be horrible.
Right, quick question. Can someone do the Queen's English accent?
I mean, I
No,
can try, but I don't like
no.
just jumping into accents on mic because I'll probably miss the accent.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, darling. No, that's not it.
Exactly.
I feel like
exactly.
you're the
That's why
perfect
no one wants to
clip
do
for this
it.
selfie.
I mean, the problem with RP that I have is that my knowledge of RP is more like an old timey RP, right?
Nuzzles.
Like I can't really get like what BBC News would be doing now, but I can. Let me try. I'm gonna mute my mic while I start off to see if I can get it quite right.
Okay.
I love how you heard.
Hang on, you're making me laugh. Fuck off.
I just wouldn't say. Okay, so whilst he does that, we'll get to the real issue
I
here.
can't quite nail it.
Cornish is absolutely
you're
not the worst.
It's
Like,
not,
I'm sorry.
it's
Yeah,
not,
it's
it's
not the best. I would.
I mean-
sure. The worst, absolutely not. Somewhere
Like,
up north, Liverpool.
proper farmer Cornish is up
You
there
can't
with being the
understand
worst. Like one of the worst. Like
Yeah, okay.
even though because we're biased and we understand them.
Yeah.
If you're like from anywhere else in the country, you're not gonna understand them. Like, because I mean you're gonna sound like most of what they say, but a lot of it is just kind of like
Oh.
mumble gargled and shit like that.
Can I just this officer? I just read a quote from one of the locals who said, "All of a sudden, I felt very naughty."
The Sun is an incredible.
While another commented,
source of media.
"He can use his handcuffs on me any day."
Oh,
The people. Oh my god, he's only 26 as well.
he only 26. Like he's not old enough to be a consenting adult. Why'd you say it like that? Only 26.
Because I would have expected him to be older, to be a police constable, assistant chief constable.
Right.
Wait, what's this quote? And with abs of steel and sun-kissed skin, it's no surprise many
sun-kissed skin in Cornwall. Yeah, alright, love.
It's no surprise many of them also dip their toes in the modelling world. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Interesting.
saying we have the hottest police is necessarily true either, but... And I'm not sure Poldark's anything that proves our sexiness either.
Yeah, so I've tried a few different RP variants, and I tend to end up in a bit more of like the Westminster elite class upper RP, and that's kind of I don't want to do that because it's not quite what actual RP is. I end up in a Jacob Rees-Mogg, not a Bill Turnbull,
Right,
for
okay.
British people. So yeah, it's pretty tough. It's a fucking hard accent to do, actually. The thing is, I kind of speak in RP sometimes. Is the thing. Like,
Yeah, alright. Trying to make himself sound sexy now.
well, no, God no.
God, no. See, there it is. It came out there.
Yeah, it literally came out there. Oh God, no! Heavens, I wouldn't possibly speak in such an accent. That would be despicable.
There you go, Corporal.
So yes, this something along the lines of this is a bit of a received pronunciation. I'm not quite nailing it, and this is much more lower RP, but it's the sort of accent that you'd likely hear in broadcast media across the United Kingdom. Today in Lancaster, there was I don't fucking know. I'm trying to make up a news article on the fucking spot, and it's
There
impossible
was a
to do.
stabbing on
That's
the
alright. The Sun often
muggins.
do that. Right.
Then you've got Irish. I don't like the Irish that
No.
much, but I have to say that they've got a very nice accent. And when I say I don't like the Irish that much, I actually quite like the Irish a lot. They're pretty fucking nice.
And the
That's your
Scottish.
name.
They've got a
accent,
good
not
Irish
the
accent.
people.
You can really sort of get in there. And I say a nice Irish accent. I'm going to completely ignore the Cork accent, the Dublin accent, and the Northern accent. Fuck you all. It's all the same fucking accent.
That's just offensive.
It was certainly something.
Do a Welsh accent.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on. Can you
That one should have ample experience here. I feel like he's the go-to, but okay.
It's pretty fun to go down into the valley. No, I completely missed
No.
it. I missed it.
Can
I
you do
just missed it.
Scottish?
I've got to get it. No, hang on. I can get Welsh if I try.
He's determined now. Thanks, Charles.
Golly gosh. That's my
No, that
Welsh
definitely
accent.
doesn't sound like that.
You know, I can't do a Welsh accent anymore. I used to be able to do a Welsh accent by impersonating a Doctor Who quote, but I can't get into it anymore. I've lost
Oh.
it.
What about
I mean,
Scottish accent then?
I can impersonate a perfect Welsh accent
Oh,
because you
no.
know I've lived there for a year.
As,
I mean,
like I said, yeah,
the closest
Joel
I can
would
get
be
to
the
Scottish is something like this. But I ain't only getting it quite right. I get the mouth position right, but I can't get the throat in the right place. You know.
Wait, okay. Let me get into my
Let
Welsh
the master do it.
accent. Hi, I'm from Wales.
Wow.
See?
Okay. Can anybody do Scottish accent?
Probably Scottish person.
Can anybody do a Scouse accent?
God no. Not through any
Throwing
ability,
up
just I
signs.
wouldn't.
Just yeah.
Uh,
See, that's what I'm on about. That's a much less
Mancunian?
sexy accent than ours. Well, I say ours, the Cornish one rather.
Mancunian. I don't have a Cornish accent in any way, shape, or form.
No.
I don't have. I don't say I have an accent, like a regionalised
Well,
accent.
I mean, to be fair, all of us have pretty varied accents.
Mhm.
None of us have a particularly distinct regional accent.
No, like I'm from Oxfordshire, so I was born in a very, dare I say, a place that has yeah.
So, like I say, he was born with a dictionary in hand, and it
yeah. I was
really didn't
One
pay off
hand
for
held
him.
the Oxford English Dictionary as he was born, tactical TV. He grew up in a local area and had a great connection with the local community. Community is an important feature of the British spirit and a strong British value.
teacher.
After a while, however, he moved away to the poorest region of the UK and suffered, and now he's shit. I don't know.
Now he's shit. The end.
Oh, I love the Greenland accent.
No.
Oh my god.
See, I feel like we need to send Corporal an audio quiz of people saying the same phrase, but from different locations in the country, so he can be the judge here.
I'm trying to think of. I can't do any accents. I used to be able to do Bear Grylls.
I know of a good video for this.
Is it a BuzzFeed video?
No, I'm trying to find it. There's one that it's done by a guy. It's actually really good.
Okay.
Dan Ball.
Is this
Yeah,
it?
listen to Dan Ball's accent. He's alright. He's pretty up there, you know.
Yeah, here we go. I'm not sure if you necessarily want to watch this on the podcast, but it is really good. I mean, you totally could do as long as the audio went through to the podcast because it would still go through. The video is just a map of the UK, so.
Oh yeah, that video.
This is a really good video. It doesn't cover a lot of the smaller accents, but in general, like, it doesn't quite nail any of the accents, but he gets very close to all of them. I say that he does nail some of them, but it would be pretty hard to get all of them.
Right, shall I watch this on stream just so he can... Because it's only a minute.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, my god, what? Oh god, oh shit. Cool, okay. Interesting. Nicely done. Right.
Oh god, he got to Liverpool.
So here we go. I need to actually add the audio for the desktop.
Here we go. So we've got to be a little quiet over this one, but I'm sure we'll manage.
I think we can. If you need to interject, don't be afraid.
Or do. Just hold it.
I mean, I'm just going to mute until after the video and then I'll retroactively comment.
Why?
Yeah, just do that.
Why is that not getting picked up?
Oh, right. I thought you said Y12.
No, my desktop audio isn't being picked up, and I don't understand why.
Wait, is Chrome outputting on desktop audio? Or Vivaldi?
Should be.
Maybe we should just send this video to Corporal and let him decide.
This is such a bitch move.
We absolutely should have come to think of it very well.
You know,
I don't know. I feel like the audio of the thing is relevant for the podcast as well, but...
Fuck it, let me just do this separately, see if this does.
I'll tell you what, you could download it with a certain YouTube download script that someone made and add it into
as soon as you
VLC.
deviate from that and you go into London speech, for example, then you lose a little bit of the communication. Cockney is based on East Anglian, Suffolk, Norfolk, Cambridgeshire. This is often by actors confused with the West Country, where the R's come in, and then you get Dorset and Somerset, get into Cornwall. Devon's slightly different. It goes into the nose a bit more like that. Then you go up north to Yorkshire. It's nice if you get a word that's got one of the predominant sounds in it, like Yorkshire. Then you cross the Pennines into Lancashire, where it gets much more flexible and fluid in the mouth. Liverpool is there too, you know, it's Scouse. It's a mixture of all kinds of sounds. One of those is Northern Irish with the raising inflections, but you don't get the raising inflections down in Dublin, where it has that poetic quality, which is sometimes thought of as being not different from Highland speech, which is also quite poetic and almost Scandinavian. And then you come down to Glasgow and into the lowlands of Scotland, where you get glottal stops and things like that. And then you come down the west coast and you're in Wales, North Wales, where it's breathy like that, and down into South Wales, where you get much heavier, and Welsh people who sometimes even sound a bit drunk.
There we go. That was interesting.
It's a good
vid. Absolutely, Scouse is worse than any of the ones in that
Liverpool
video.
Was not, like, his Liverpool accent wasn't the best.
No, it's even worse in real life.
I mean, no, like, again, like, not all of those accents are quite spot on, but they're all close enough that I would say it's a reasonable representation. And in reality, like, even if you're, like, an accent expert, you're never going to get an accent spot on. Like,
no.
It's just not possible.
The Southern Welsh, even though being like further away from where I would stay, it's still pretty spot on.
Yeah, so there you go.
Southern Welsh is good, but it's definitely also for like, I feel that like in Wales, there is a big distinction between like sex, right? Like females speak.
Oh, of course, it's a BRB at the start
to like men in Wales, at least from my experience. Like the females speak a bit sort of higher. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know. Steve Mouse is hot. That's my comment.
No, it's really noticeable. It is so noticeable. If you speak to like a natural, like someone from Wales, like not like someone that's lived in Wales, where like you're gonna know the difference between like male and female. like the two different the two different sexes of whales.
Why are we talking about?
I feel like in most places you're going to be able to tell the difference between the two.
The place.
Down here as well. You can tell the difference.
But in comparison, like, there are some accents that obviously they change, but they're pretty similar between both. Whereas in Wales, I feel like there's a larger distinction than usual between the two accents.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
I mean,
at least for South Wales, because North Wales is north. The left side of North Wales is an accent, and then the right side of North Wales is just Liverpool, and that's horrible.
Wait, is it Postman Pat or Fireman Sam? That's the it's Fireman Sam, isn't it? That's the one for the Welsh.
I don't know.
I mean,
I genuinely don't know.
Honestly, thinking about it, it's most of the Celtic nations that you could like. Obviously, there's a few exceptions.
Fireman Sam accent. That was the top thing, and yeah, it was Welsh.
But most of the Celtic nations, you're gonna see a pretty distinct like separation between men and women. Like there's two sexes, and like how they speak.
Something I just wanted to say, by the way. Okay.
I was done, bud.
No, okay.
I was done. I don't have anything else to say.
Carry on, bud.
Something I just wanted to say. I don't know if this is like, I don't know if you guys know about this, but Nvidia have an event on the September the 1st, which, if I'm not wrong, could be the announce of the RTX 30 series.
Ooh, it's one day after I heard it was predicted. I don't know.
I just got an email saying that's when the event is, so.
I'm trying to find videos of the original Fireman Sam to remember if we always had a Welsh accent, and for some reason
I don't like because I don't like the new one, and I don't like the new Bob the Builder.
I didn't even know the new one was a thing, and I'm
new
terrified.
Children's cartoons are very creepy.
Yeah, like it's
honestly,
gone from.
Before you even brought it up, I completely forgot about Fireman Sam.
Yeah, so did I.
I did until we mentioned the Welsh.
Bob the Builder was like
the lady in the show was very Welsh. I forgot what her name was. I don't remember anyone but Fireman Sam.
Bob the Builder was great. Bob the Builder now is really young and really weird looking.
Again, yeah.
I mean, yeah, because
he got rebooted.
I'm scrolling through an episode of Fireman Sam from 1994. And it's just like a graphic scene of two toddlers burning in a house. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with kids' TV?
But well, that's the thing. It's gone from slightly more graphic things to 3D modeled horrors, just like uncanny valley horrors.
It is
not
weird.
that I actively watch much children's TV, but you know,
you come back
I've
on
seen
it
enough.
Anyway, I think we should call it end. Wow, I couldn't think of what the word was.
That?
I don't know. I genuinely couldn't think of what I was trying to say then. I think we should call it an end here. It's been a great podcast in my opinion. We come across a lot of conversations. No, we did a lot of conversations. We went through a lot of topics, and you know, it was just genuinely quite entertaining.
John, what month do you think you'll next be on?
Yeah, so when do you think you'll next be on? Next year, maybe?
I mean, I'll try to be on next week.
Yeah, but you might be on next time. Next time you're on, we might have a sponsorship.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow. Okay, you're not
wow.
Next
Okay.
week.
Yeah, I wasn't quite going to go that far.
I'll be your sponsor next week.
Thank you. No, my sponsor next week is by Gigabyte.
We'll be playing Microsoft Flight Sim next week. Just remember.
I can't wait for the stream. That's going to be fun.
Do you want me to give you one last bit of drama?
No.
Before we shut off. Cool.
Yeah, no, go on then.
Okay, so TeleFresh made a shirt that I have crippling anxiety on it, and they went, oh, people don't like this shirt because they realised that we're making fun of a mental health condition. So they deleted the shirt and then said that they'll be posting 100% of the profits to charity, mental health charity, to demonstrate that they don't want to make profit off of a mental illness. And I'm like, but if you've like pre-produced like the amount of stock you thought was going to sell off the shirt, but then stop selling it, you're going to be massively into the loss, so there's no profit to be given to the mental health charity.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ethan Klein is.
I mean, Ethan Klein is a massive hypocrite, so you know.
What the fuck are you on about? The man's like flawless.
Of course.
Anyway, that man's flawless. If you don't buy his merch,
let's
buy
just bring up
mine.
the tweet of him in blackface.
If you don't buy his merch, buy mine. Check the merch store down in the description. But no, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much, you guys. It's been a great podcast. It's much better than last week, in my opinion. It was mostly structured.
Wow, okay.
and it's been an exciting week, and we've got a hell of a week ahead of us. I should be streaming more this week, playing with you guys a bit more. I genuinely want to play Overwatch more, or games that you guys are into, because I'm getting sad and lonely. Anyway.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Remember, you can drop the bass with a surround pound hammer, now available on the event store in Save the World Fortnite.
You can also do the bass drop if you donate 100 bits, with my new sound alerts down in the description. Great fun.
Description?
Pog.
On my panels. But no, yeah, thank you so much, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today, and had some good topics, good debates.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. It was very good.
Some people are completely wrong out.
That was true. And thank you very much, Corporal, for coming in.
We never even clarified what accent was the sexiest. We just adamantly went, it's not RP and it's definitely not Scouse.
No, absolutely.
But frankly, that's all you need.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much, Corporal, for coming in and giving us some interesting
it's definitely not
chats.
Northumberland.
It is. But no, thank you so much for your time.
My accent.
I shall be live tomorrow with a random game, so it'll probably be either F1, Overwatch, whatever. It really depends on what you guys want to play. Hopefully you guys will be with us when we play it. Definitely.
Are they planning to die? What the hell?
No, you.
Yeah, wait, were you planning for me to die?
Never
of course
lied.
I'm still going to be with us. Could have worked
Anyway.
that any other way, but no. The most threatening way you could.
We'll be playing it. Oh, we're just about to finish Corporal Unlucky.
Damn.
But no, thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. The podcast will be up on Thursday, I promise. Yeah. It's not going to be a stupid one. So yeah. As always, thank you so much for your time. As always, wow, I did that twice. As always, have a wonderful night, good morning, good day, or good night. Yeah. Christ, I do need to script that bit. And we shall see you in the next game. Ta-ra.
Goodbye!
Oh my god.
And for the people on YouTube, we're going to go for just a few moments because I wanted to do something interesting.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, my trees are...
Twist of events.
What happened, Phelan?
Nothing.
What
Nothing.
did you
Keep
do?
going. Nothing. Keep going.
You sure?
Yep. Okay, we're good.
What the fuck is going on?
What did you do?
This section of the podcast sponsored by
Audio Jungle.
Hopefully one day. No, yeah, this is I feel like we should just start doing something a bit fun for the last minute or two for the YouTube edition.
Okay,
and
right.
I've got plans
I feel like
for
it's normally
future.
the
Stand
live
up.
streams that get the special
Slide
bits.
to the left.
Oh,
Cool, bye.
What the fuck was that?
we're giving YouTube that extra.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck was that?
It's what it is, mate. It is what it is.